All right, everybody, welcome out to the Logroom Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. Jersey Johnny coming at you with me, as always, is none other than Mr. Beer Samurai. Say hello, Mr. Samurai.
And just bopping to the music.
Bopping along
one of these days I have to hear that whole song.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it
to you. We changed the song to the sports show.
Yes,
it's another log song, right? But it's a newer log song. So it's,
we need a log song for the cocktail show.
We do. The name of the this one is the Big Toe, right?
Yes, we know this is the Big Toe.
The original the original sports show was "Babies Are Born Without Kneecaps." That was the name of that song.
Okay.
And quite true, but funny name for a song.
Yeah.
And the new song is called Baklava.
Baklava. I like
Baklava.
Well, tell them to do one for the Anna Chaser show, and tell them to channel Richard Cheese for it.
There you go. All right.
That's where we need to go.
Can work on that one. Yeah. Can work on that. All right. So, all right. So, how are you on this fine evening?
I'm damp.
You're damp. I'm damp too. It was miserable out today.
It was, and I was walking in it, and when I finally decided, okay, it's done raining, I put my umbrella away and got off the bus, and it went
started raining again.
Yeah,
right.
So I'm a bit damp.
Well, did any of the hail hit you?
No, I was actually in the office when the hail was coming down.
During the hail, I was driving during the hail, so
yeah.
I was like, at first I was like, boy, those are some big raindrops hitting the car. Those aren't raindrops.
Yeah. Doink, 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 doink.
Fortunately, they were probably pea-sized, maybe a little smaller, tiny peas.
Oh, in New York City, they were a little bigger than that.
Gotcha.
Maybe about twice the diameter.
They were big enough to, be seen. They weren't just mixing in with the rain and.
No, we had bigger ones. You could hear them and they were bouncing.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right. Well, there's a couple of days today.
There are a few.
No, other than Tuesday.
Other than Tuesday.
Yes.
As
it is every week.
Also Thursday and Friday today. We're in a time compression.
This is Whereas what was that guy in Griffin in Men in Black 3? It's always March, November, April, doesn't matter, June.
Yeah, it always is.
So it doesn't just matter. Every future is a reality. It just depends on which can coalesce. That's what he said anyway. So.
He was smoking something.
He was. Well, he was. I forget the planet he was from.
It was like the Rasta planet.
No, it wasn't Rasta. So
there should be a Rasta planet. I'm just saying.
Well, today is International Triple Day, so happy International Triple Day.
And I shall be my second beer. I shall be partaking.
Your second beer.
My second beer.
All right, fair enough.
Well, look at my beer. You saw my beer list. You know it's going to be the third.
Yeah. What's going to be the third? Yeah, I see what's going to be the third. It's not. It's actually lower ABV than your second, but
it is. But I think there's.
Yeah, no, there's a reason for it to be your third. I get you. It is. Speaking of libations, it's also International Irish Whiskey Day. Very nice.
We're going to sneak that in.
Mine's back over there.
I may sneak in a couple of fingers at the end of the show.
I might sneak in a couple of fingers during the show. Depends on
there you go.
what you're doing.
Did I mention that one time as an avid? No. Schneider. No. Anyway, and we have a few other days in there. One we will bring up towards the end of the show. We do our top threes because it's driving the top threes.
That one we'll talk about then. The other one that we wanted to bring up is Happy World Wildlife Day. There you go.
It is World Wildlife Day. So be nice to the wildlife out there.
Do that. Absolutely do that.
And the animals too.
So yeah, I'm thirsty. What about you?
I'm thirsty, but we need to get serious. We have a very distinguished guest on the show today.
We do.
I should have worn a tie.
I think you should have.
Quite distinguished. Let's
get a tie out and use it as the belt for your pants there.
I don't have a belt. I don't have a belt that tie that long.
Well, excuse me. All right. So please welcome to the show for the fifth or sixth time now. Please welcome the esteemed colleague of ours, Mr. Marty Nachel. How are you, sir?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? Did I hear you say extinguished?
Yes, he said. Wait, you said distinguished or extinguished?
Extinguished.
No, dystopian. I think it
dystopian.
was.
Dystopian. There we go. So, how are you on this fine evening, Marty?
Still recovering.
Still recovering from the weekend?
Yeah.
It was a busy one, huh?
It was a little stressful, but yeah, everything came together. So all's well that ends well.
It's always a good thing. As long as it comes together, that's the important part. It came together very well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And those of you that more on that in a little while.
Yes.
So, but I did want to mention to you, I did see this come across the news outlets today. Germany is advising all of its citizens to stock up on cheese and sausage. They're calling it a worst case scenario.
That's good.
Yeah. You told me you were going to do that crap. I would have pulled it. Where is it? I know I've got it here somewhere.
It's there somewhere. There you go. When you say you got it, you're supposed to hit it. There you go.
No, it's got it's loading.
Oh, it's loading. There you go. It loaded.
And then I've got to go through an ad first.
Don't forget about that. While you look at the ads, we'll say hi to Vanessa. Vanessa Kitty is chiming in. Hi, Vanessa. And she says a number of those animals are tasty. So there you go.
Well, like they say, if we say to Pete, if we aren't supposed to eat animals, they shouldn't have made them out of meat.
There you go. Exactly. Anyway, all right.
I just got somebody mad.
There you go. I'm sure somebody got mad at Tom. All right. On that note, I want to jump right into it because there's a lot to talk about. But I think we should pour beer first. What do you gents say?
No, we can't do that.
Oh, we can't do that.
I know we can do.
Are you still looking for the damn sounder? That's not it.
I have it, but it's not working. This is supposed to be it.
That's not it. I'd let it go.
That's
what we're going to hear if you keep doing that.
Yeah, because no, that's not right either.
I don't know what happened. I would just stop. There you go. All right, Marty.
I'm going to pour my beer now.
I think you should. Marty, what are you drinking tonight?
This is the beer that if you came to my house on any given day of the year, you would find this in my fridge. This is from Founders.
Centennial is a fantastic IPA. Absolutely.
This is the house beer.
It was. We have a liquor store near us, and what the lady does is that she'll get a bunch of 4-packs or 6-packs, but rather than putting them out as full 4-packs and 6-packs, she'll make mixed packs, which I love.
That's great. That's a great idea.
Nice.
And she did Founders mix pack once with a bunch of some of the days, but it was also I haven't had Centennial in forever. And the second I cracked the beer open, so many memories came back of what IPAs used to
that aroma hit your nose.
And it was like, oh my. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I forgot how much I loved that beer until I cracked it open. Yeah. So kudos to you to have that in the house.
On that.
All the time.
Absolutely love that.
On that note,
more on the IPAs thing in a minute. I'll bring that up in a minute. But what are you drinking there, Sam?
Because St. Patrick's Day is coming, and because this is one of the first of the 2 beers I had on my kegerator. I got a 2-tap kegerator. I've got Cane's Port Omna. Port Omna being the the town that Michael Caine's family comes from.
That is correct.
So he named his Irish stout Port Omna. Love this beer. Absolutely love this beer.
That is a tasty beer. That is a tasty beer. I have one of those downstairs in the fridge. I did not get it. Not having that one. I should have known you were having it. I would have had one too. But I'm going all Illinois beers tonight. So the first one I'm having is from Mill Pond Brewing. It is their Politamatic, their Czech style amber. There it is right there.
Looks lovely.
Dave, did you just mute yourself?
Yeah, I'm about to sneeze.
Okay. I was wondering why it got so quiet. Also. So that's a pretty
way too long for that to come out. Cheers, gentlemen.
It's a pretty dark amber, but it's pretty tasty. So let's go. Cheers.
Black through the camera. Cheers, gentlemen.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really tasty.
I love this beer. So we are here for a reason.
We are.
Something big happened.
To drink beer.
Big happened this weekend. But also something happened this weekend. What was it?
This past weekend was the second annual induction into the American Craft Beer Hall of Fame.
Oh, we should get the director on the show.
Of which Marty is the founder and president of the American Craft Beer Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's coincidental. That's
There's a shirt right there.
Very nice.
And what are you wearing?
This was a brewery that I worked at. It's kind of chilly here in my office, so
there you go.
The hall shirt is a short sleeve, and I'd be freezing right now if I didn't have this on.
Fair enough. Yes, but this past last year, Marty was on the Tuesday after the inductions last year to talk about the inaugural inductions. And this year we're going to talk about the 2026 8 inductions this year. Correct, Marty?
Mm-hmm.
Eight colleagues, if you will, were inducted into the American Craft Beer Hall of Fame this past weekend. Marty, take it away. Let us know how everything went down. I mean, I was, watching along. So I saw when Aaron came out and, started everything up down in Mills River, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love that room. I love that room so much.
Yeah, it was cool that Aaron actually went up there. He lives just across the state line in South Carolina, but he did make the drive up to Mills River, which was cool, and recorded all that. By the way, in case you guys weren't aware, the entire ceremony was pre-recorded. We got smart after the mistakes that were made last year. Yeah, last year was a little bit rough. We got a little bit too ambitious.
But it was what's the word I'm looking for? It was endearing.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll remember that word.
Just yeah.
But he actually ran up there a couple of weeks prior to get that recording done. And then we, of course, all recorded our parts. Like I recorded mine sitting right here in the seat.
Sitting right there with the black curtain behind you. And...
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I don't know if you guys know Craft Beer Professionals, CBP.
Sure.
We were working with Andrew over there. And he did all the behind the scenes work. He's the one who put all the pieces of the video together and came up with the final product. And we're super happy with the way that turned out, and thankful to Andrew for all of his efforts because it all came together. The ceremony ended up being only 13 minutes and change, but I guess that's fine. There's there were fewer inductees this year, so that kind of shortened it a bit.
Sure.
But along with all the errors in between and the dead air, the silences, and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, there was connectivity problems. There was a lot of things, and it was happening in 4 different locations. And
5 actually.
5. That's right. Last year was 5. Yep. Switching back and forth and everything else. So it was a very, very big undertaking last year to try that for the from jump trying to make that work. And in the future, I think it can be done, but it was cool the way it was seamless this year, right? Because it was all
that was the idea. I mean, we bit off more than we could chew last year, and we learned, licked our wounds and regrouped, and we came up with this idea, and we're very pleased with the results.
Very nice. All right, well, kick us off. We're everybody's chomping at the bit if they haven't watched the video already.
I was going to say that the news is 3 days old now.
3 days old. If they haven't seen it or gone to the website or the Facebook page, anyway.
All right, so you want me to just go ahead and read down the line here?
Go for it. We'll talk. We'll stop at each. We'll chat about each.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is in alphabetical order, so the first one up is Charles Bamforth.
There you go,
Charlie. Okay. For those of you who don't know, he's an educator primarily at UC Davis. A lot of the average drinker would probably not recognize him, facially or recognize his name, but the people within the industry, those who work at breweries and actually make the beer, most of them would probably know Charlie.
No, he is, yeah.
So next up is Larry Bell. Very pleased that he made it in.
Yes.
Wearing
My second beer will be from their
third beer.
Third beer. I'm sorry. Third beer will be from that brewery. Yes.
Your third beer will be from that brewery, and my cap is from that brewery. So there.
I'm not drinking your cap.
You're not drinking my cap. No. I would advise against that.
Yes. Doesn't go down easy.
Not so much. It's a little dry. Anyway, continue.
All right. So number 3 in line alphabetically is Sam Calagione. Mm-hmm. And interestingly enough, because Aaron had already gone up to Mills River to do the recording, that freed him up on this past Saturday. So then he ran up to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, to be
right around the corner.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's closer to South Carolina than Mills River is.
Yeah. But funny thing is, he was up there with the intent of presenting Sam with the trophy and certificate, and unfortunately, Sam had to be somewhere else. So even though Aaron was there at Dogfish Head, Sam was not. So yeah, he found out after the fact.
It was really nice to see Dogfish Head actually congratulated Sam on his induction on their Facebook page. Mm-hmm. An old picture of him in a barrel. It was. I haven't seen that picture in a long time.
Yeah, I had never seen it. And at first, I thought it was AI. I had to take a closer look.
I think I'd seen it. Where did I see it? I don't know if it was on the show he did. I have this almost annoying obsessive habit of really paying attention to what's in the background. And I think it's when they were going through the offices doing the chicha beer. And I think it may have been up in the like one of the hallways in the office.
Every time you bring up that chicha beer, I get a little agita happening.
You wouldn't try it?
Nah. I drew the line at Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout. I'm good there.
For those who don't know what a chicha is, it's from the Andes. They've got this very hard, fibrous corn, and to break it down so it's soluble, they chew it, get their saliva into it, break it down that way. But the saliva acts as a way to bring out as the enzyme to bring out soluble sugars. They spit it into a bucket, and then what's in that bucket then gets fermented.
Yep.
So that's why John's got the skeeves.
Not happening. Give me bull testicles any day over that shit.
Would you rather me spit in your mouth, or would you like to be teabagged by a bull? John is going with teabag.
I'm going to yeah.
So did you ever have the smoked or the roasted goat brains from Dock Street?
I did not.
Yeah, that came out about 10 years.
Did not.
Lost track. Yeah, they actually use roasted goat brains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I might.
Okay.
I mean, that's still. I'm still going to slot that in above the chicha. I'm sorry.
I have eaten pig brains. There's because Hofbrau in Manhattan will once a month have a night where they bring out a roast suckling pig. They don't charge for it. You come up, you get that, and they have the head sitting right there. The head's got the cheek meat. And I said, mind if I pull some cheek meat off the head? You can take the whole thing. So I took the whole thing, split it open. I started eating the brains out of it, really just because there was a bachelor party there. They were all drunk, and I was just trying to get them ill. But the bachelor in the bachelor party reaches in and grabs some of the brain and starts to eat it himself. All of his friends were like, oh, you guys, we can't deal with you anymore.
All right.
So, yeah, I probably would have drank that beer.
All right. That was interesting. Okay. So Sam was number 3.
Yep. And following him was Terry Ferendorf.
Pink Boots, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Prior to her starting Pink Boots, which I believe was in 2007, dating back into the 1990s, she was the head brewer at Steelhead. She won numerous awards while she was brewing there. And she became an itinerant brewer. Driving around, she drove to 70 different breweries and around the country and brewed at 38 of them.
Wow, that's great.
Documented it on social media. Yeah. And then, of course, then right now she's best known for the Pink Boots Society.
And for those of you who don't know the Pink Boot Society, go and look it up. It was really just a way to celebrate the female brewers in the Craft Beer Society, even though a lot of them were founders and the OGs. They started to almost get pushed out of it, and then they started to get their way back in. We've had a bunch of members on the show. Tara Nurin was Pink Boots at one point. I can't remember the
Debbie Serta.
Debbie Serta, who was the president of one of the Texas chapters, because Texas has more than one chapter.
Yep.
And I thought we had another Pink Boot Society member on the show. It'll come to me.
Yeah, I think we did. I'll have to look.
Yeah, at least 3. So it's really a great organization. Local breweries love to partner with them and do collaboration beers where the members of the Pink Boot Society come in, they mash in with them, and they help them brew a beer, and then the proceeds go towards the Pink Boot Society. It's really, really great organization in the Craft Beer Society. And
there are chapters around the world. My understanding is that there are over 2,000 members in about 70 chapters, if I have those numbers correct.
That's very cool.
That's great. That's great. It's great. It's great to hear. And a couple of comments, but we'll get to them after we continue the list, because we'll chat about it afterwards.
All right.
Continuing.
Moving on, we have Kim Jordan of New Belgium. She was one of the co-founders, herself and her husband at that time, Jeff Liebisch. They actually got the idea of starting a brewery when they were biking across Belgium. And that's where the concept of Fat Tire came from the Fat Tire bikes they were riding. Kim sold the brewery a while ago. And since then, she's been doing a lot of work in Colorado with charities and nonprofits. So she's addressing some very important things outside the beer world now.
Good.
Oh, good for her.
Good for her. Good for her.
And they were one of the early breweries to start introducing Belgian styles into the country. Is that correct?
One of the first.
Yeah.
Yep, along with Allagash.
Yeah. But Allagash was like very regional at the time. New Belgium was a little more national than Allagash at the time.
A little bit more of a reach.
Yeah.
And ironically, with Kim Jordan and Larry Bell, both inductees, and New Belgium and Bells are basically one company right now.
Right.
Under the same umbrella. So.
Yep. Interesting.
So, all right, moving on from Kim Jordan, the next on the list is... Moving
on, making reference to your shirt is Garrett Oliver.
Garrett Oliver. I won't show the picture, I promise.
I've already shamed him today.
I bet you before the show's over, you're going to...
No, I won't. I will tell... I will... I've told my cousin story before on the show, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
What's, I think, one of Garrett's most important contributions to the craft beer world is the Brewer's Table, the book he wrote about how to pair beer and food, and then how the range and flavors of beers is greater than the range and flavors of wine. And so in one sense, beer is an easier pairing. The only place where I disagree with him is an Italian. I always have to have wine with Italian foods. Everything else, no. Beer, I could pair beer with anything else. Like we paired beer with chocolate last week, right?
Okay.
So
yes, we did.
There we go.
And it was delicious.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah, Garrett. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about a few of these, but we'll continue on the list, and then we'll jump around.
All right. Next up is Pete Schlossberg of Pete's Wicked fame.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love Pete's when that stuff first came out. Pete's Wicked Winter was look forward to that every single year. That was one of my favorite winter ales.
Pete's Wicked Winter was good. Was it? The blonde was actually decent. It was a strawberry blonde, right? That did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was. When the first time I got it, I'm like, okay, where my, I had Wicked Ale before, but I'm like, cautiously optimistic, strawberry in a beer or whatever. But yeah, it was very tasty. Anyway.
So they say that, or he likes to say, and along with everybody else, that he pretty much popularized the brown ale style in the United States. I should say the American brown ale, because obviously the UK already had its brown ale.
Right.
Pete adapted it and made it hoppier and became known as American Brown. But yeah, that was the Wicked Ale.
Yep, added a little more body to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
British Browns at the time were quite thin.
Mm-hmm. This is true. But
I would not argue that statement at all, that he did that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with that. That count is 7, I believe. So we have one more.
You're very good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Last but not least is Carol Stout.
Carol Stout.
Adamstown, PA.
Mm-hmm.
She and her husband, Ed, Ed was already operating a restaurant in Adamstown, and they together, or I should say that she started the brewery. She actually went to school at Siebel, learned how to become a brewer. They opened the brewery, and she became not just the brewer there, the owner / brewer. She was the first one in the United States. So
very cool.
That's very cool. I love it.
It was, if I remember correctly, it was a steakhouse, right?
Yeah.
That's what's a steakhouse.
Black Angus or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. And I remember, Stouts was out for a while. When I first started drinking, Stouts was out already. Mm-hmm. And so being a young drinker, not being all that experienced with beers, I had gotten Stouts Stout. Fantastic beer. And those were in bombers. And I poured it. And I had no idea what the hell Lees were at the time. And so I poured them like, ew, what just fell into my beer? So I didn't drink Stouts again for a little while until I realized what was in the beer. And then after that, I started actually looking for it. Now knowing what it was and being, more educated than I had been. But it was the first time I ever came across Lees in a beer was Stout.
Yeast is good for you.
It is.
Vitamin B complexes.
Exactly. Everybody always says that. I can't pour it out. Just pour it in. Drink it. Relax.
Yeah. It's not gonna. It's actually gonna help with your hangover.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
I was in. I was in Adamstown last Saturday. Unfortunately, not at Stouts
because they're no
longer there. But I was in Adamstown. We went to there's a German village. There are some shops. Just wanted to do some shopping, and there was a little beer hall in there. Had some lunch. I'll give you 3 guesses what I had, Dave.
Worst.
Yeah, just one.
Brat.
That's it. So,
and possibly a pretzel.
No pretzel there.
Possibly.
I was saving my pretzel eating for we went to Lidditz on Sunday and made pretzels. Made pretzels. Yeah, we took the tour and at the Sturgis pretzel factory, and we became pretzel twisters and had some pretzels there. And then of course on Monday at Trogs I had a nice, very large.
Oh, well, you have to have pretzels at Trogs.
There you go.
Great mustard.
Exactly. Before we get into some chat about all of that, let me just catch up on some comments. Vanessa Kitty had said one place she shops at 4-pack or 6-pack carries to mix whatever you want to the packs. Wegmans does that too.
So does Total Wine.
Yes, they do. And then she said that looks delicious.
I think that was your Pivo.
That was my my Poet's Motto, yeah. Then Brian Boak wrote in, cheers, got my whiskey library delivered today. First open new Louisville Barrel House straight bourbon whiskey, 66.2% ABV, nice. Aged 7 years. Very nice.
I have not seen him so jazzed in a while.
He's excited when he gets a Tavor box, but this whiskey library,
this one he
joined.
Yeah. He's over the moon on this one.
I mean, I understand how he is, guys. I just picked up a bottle of Willett small batch right there, so I'm looking forward to cracking that open. But
my newest acquisition sitting right there, and I'm really considering floating some of this Irish whiskey in the Bordeaux.
That might not be a bad idea. Just do it when you have a little left, just to see.
That's what I'm gonna do. Just to get see how the flavor
works. Yep. Steve Nancaro, Steven, how you doing, sir?
Hey, Steve.
Cheers as well to you guys. Love your show and always a funny show. My drinking choice tonight is from Big Brewing out of Norman, Oklahoma, called Chasberry.
And I love Norman, Oklahoma, and he's got it from Norman, Oklahoma. Well, his daughter goes to the college.
She does. She goes
to the big college there that I root for.
Gotcha.
And Steve Nancaro, he he's the one who created all the Let's Talk Craft Beer sites across the country on Facebook.
Yes.
So cheers, Steve.
He did. Cheers, Steve. And he just said he is doing great. Absolutely. Thank you, Steve. Great to hear. Great to hear. Mike Dolan chimed in. He goes, cheers and more beers, gents. Glad to be here. Mike Dolan of Be United fame. He's been on the show.
Cheers, Mike.
And he said, praise Carol Stout.
Yes.
There you go. He was asking me a question the other day, too, but I think we just answered it anyway. Yeah, Stephen wrote Debbie Serta. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, we're trying to figure it out, and I think we figured it out just as he hit enter on his type.
Right. And then he said, also, first beer tonight is Glazen Torin Extra 16-ounce can. That is a tasty beer.
I've never had it.
Yep.
Not familiar with that one.
And Double Honey Maibach is still the beer of his dream.
So. It's dreamgasm, apparently.
Or dream. Is it dreamgasm? Dreamgasm. Yeah. Hey, that works too. Double Honey Maibach. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly. And then Brian said all craft distillers.
Is there a question? No, it's from his whiskey thing. They're all craft distillers.
All craft distillers from that. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Very nice.
It's not the name of a distillery. It's
and I was just speaking of that when I was in Lidditz, right after we left the Sturgis Pretzel Factory, we went over to Stolen Wolf, who are kind of indirectly related to, well, indirectly, kind of directly related to Michter's, or the old Michter's, before the new conglomerate kind of bought it. And I picked up a bottle of their rye. This was fantastic. I had it. Obviously, they do like 5 different ryes. I had it at the.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit missing out of that bottle.
Well, maybe. But I had it there too. And they make some banging cocktails there. So if you're in Lidditz, and make sure you say Lidditz.
Banging?
Right away. Banging. And that word was not mine. It was theirs. Banging cocktails.
Okay. I've just never heard you use that term.
I don't use that term. They did.
Exactly.
So banging.
This cocktail slaps.
Yeah, well, I was hanging out with my kids on Sunday for this.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
There you go. Anyway, no, that was actually from out there. But in any event, no, the whiskey's delicious out there. So I would suggest going by Stolen Wolf. Anyway, all right, back to our regular.
I think that's drank down enough to float.
I think you could float a little bit. I wouldn't do too much.
Nope, that's it.
That should be good. That's what you need.
I do have to get up in the morning and work.
There you go. There you go.
And my 25-foot commute.
There you go. And he said, any apple butter or choux fly pie? I did come home with a choux fly pie. I actually was going to bring a piece up here tonight and have it at the beginning of the show, kind of like paying homage to what Dave does at the beginning of every show. But I'm like, you know what? The beers I'm drinking tonight, piece of choux fly pie in the beginning is not going to be a good idea.
I love choux fly pie. Now, the choux fly pie, choux fly pie, does it have like the crumble on the top of it?
Crumble on the top of it. Yeah,
those are the best. Those are the best.
Crumble and molasses. There you go.
That's
pretty much your choux fly pie. There you go. All right, back to talking.
That works.
Does it work?
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Happy International Irish Whiskey Day.
Very nice. Yes, there you have it. Let's jump around a little bit. I'll jump back to Garrett Oliver. One thing I loved about Brooklyn and Garrett, I got asked me to come to most for a while. The Brewers releases that he was doing every other month. It was like the first Monday of the month, every other month, and it was a small batch of a beer that they did. And they released it. I mean, it was on tap at the brewery, but it really didn't make it out of the brewery except for Bombers 750s. And a bunch of them made it out. And those nights were always great. They were usually packed. It was all industry people, right? So, but it was those were fun nights. I remember spending, you'd finish up what you were doing and get over to Brooklyn by like 3-4 in the afternoon. And, pregame a little bit, maybe go over to Muggs before they closed, and a couple other places, and then have some dinner, and then get over to the brewery and hanging out there, and it was fun. But you're right though. That book was Dave on the Brewers Table. That was a great book. I did enjoy that. Anything on Garrett from either one of you two, gents?
Just I noticed one thing in looking over his bio, which having to do that back behind the scenes work. The bios and the photos had to go up on the website quickly. I was noticing in his bio that he's done over 1,000 beer and food dinners. Over 1,000.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me, actually.
Man, that blew me away.
The thing that always impressed me with Garrett is how available he always made himself.
Oh, yeah.
If he was someplace, and I don't know if it was that he was making himself available or he was just an attention whore. I'm not sure. No, I really think I think he just made himself available all the time. Wherever he was, if you wanted to talk to him, he'd talk to you.
And
it was that
absolutely simple. No, he definitely does, and he cooks a lot too. It was just yesterday he posted. I don't know if you saw it. He posted a picture yesterday of one of his favorite dishes, stems, and he made it with sauce and garlic and so forth. I forget what was in it, but it looked delicious. So I messaged him. I go, did you make this or is this out and about? Can I just go somewhere and get it? Right. And he says, made it at home. Couldn't be easier. I was like, all right, what time should I be there?
There we go. Pick me up on the way.
Right. But
and Mike's got a comment, and he's absolutely right.
He said he put Sriracha Ace hops on the map. He 100% did.
On the American map. On the American map.
On the American map, yeah.
Right.
In his opinion, yeah. There.
He brought it over. That was a great beer. God, that was a great beer. I haven't had that in forever.
Sriracha Ace was a great beer. I haven't had it in a minute either. It's
or one or two for that matter either.
Yeah.
Those all came around the same time.
All around the same time. I haven't had either of those. And you know what? This is what we say too, right? Those beers. I haven't seen Sriracha Ace. It's been a minute since I've seen it out in the wild, if you will. 1 and 2 I've seen more recently than I've seen Sriracha Ace out there. But these beers were fantastic. Grab one. If you see it out there, grab a bottle. They're not much. It's not like it's a $50 bomber, right? They're very affordable bombers. Grab one.
Yeah.
If they are even still made in bombers. I don't even know. I haven't seen it, like I said, in a while. But you have it. Grab one. Bring it home. Open it up. Enjoy it. All right.
The last time I've ever seen if you go on tap, the last time it was checked in was 2021.
The last time Sriracha Ace at all was checked in.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
In 2021. April of 24-21. It may have been an old bottle because prior to that, October 31st, 2020.
All right.
So
all right. So let's assume that
there's only 2 check
beer hasn't been made since before
in 2020. Then it jumps down to 2019. It's been gone for a while. Yes, and people were like, as I did, I was really scraping the bottom of my cellar by the end of the pandemic. And it wasn't because there wasn't beer available out there. There's plenty of beer available out there. It's just we did nothing but just sit at home and drink. So you killed the cellar too while you're at it. So that's anything else on Sam, John, or
hold on.
John here for a second.
No.
He's looking something up.
I just double checked because I remember seeing it more recently than that, and I think you were looking at your friends' check-ins.
No, I wasn't. I was looking at the overall, but maybe you put the friends on the top. Why is it? There's a newer one than that.
The last time I see Sriracha Ace was checked into was 4 hours ago.
Why does it show that up for me? I don't get that.
And then 6 hours ago, and then 6 hours ago, and then 14 hours ago, and then yesterday. And then yesterday, and the day before, Sunday. A lot on Sunday. Bunch on Sunday.
Wait a second. It's in cans now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It's in cans now.
There you go.
What does it do though? Okay.
Strange. Right.
Sometimes I hate this app.
It's annoying if the algorithm's a little odd, but you can find it. So
a little odd. Hey, who else do we want to talk about, John?
Yeah, let's jump around. You want to? How about Sam? I've heard rumblings. Well, last year they did a.
That's because I'm still hungry, John.
Yes, those are the rumblings there. I I did hear, or last year they re-released they did a fall rewind pack, right? A mixtape, they called it, rewind pack. And they had in it, they had 4 different beers. Obviously they're together with Boston Beer Company, obviously Dogfish Head is. And they had, the route that Boston Beer Company used to take with putting Boston Lager in every variety pack. So 60 Minute is in every variety pack now too. And they also had pumpkin ale in it, but they put 2 other beers in. They put Chicory Stout and Raison d'Etre, which hadn't been made in a bit.
Classics.
So they were fantastic. I do have 1 can of each somewhere around here.
Floating about.
But I've heard rumblings that we may possibly see at some point this year ACBHOF. I don't think he's done it in a couple of years. Midas Touch, and very possibly later in the year we might even see Burton Baton.
Burton Baton.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a while.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice too. See, I love those. I love those beers. But a lot of the newer stuff they've been doing has been in line with the market, and hey, you can't blame them for that. With the younger generation. No offense to you if you're listening to this podcast and you are part of the younger generation. Because kudos, we need you to keep drinking too.
Keep drinking, please. Drink more.
Yes.
But flavor profiles and trends and everything else, and they're leaning towards that, and they're diving into it. And hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. That's business. But I wouldn't mind a nod to the classics every now and then, and that seems to be what they're doing. So
question for Marty: favorite ever Dogfish Head beer?
Well, this is going to disappoint you because we don't get a lot of Dogfish here in Chicago. We get the very common stuff. We don't half of what you just named. We don't get here.
Oh, really?
You've never had it?
I've never had Chicory Stout. I had Raison d'Etre once many years ago. Not even sure how I got that. We get Sequench, we get 60 Minute.
Probably 90 Minute.
On
occasion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if I can find a can of Chicory Stout and get it out to you. Because that's a good beer, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I hear.
To enjoy, yeah, absolutely. And anything else that have you had Burton Baton?
I have not.
You've had a Burton ale, obviously.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So it's pretty damn close to some of the better Burton ales. Whatchamacallit? They're Midas Touch.
Never had it.
Never had it. If these come out, I'll get them out to you.
Midas Touch is part of his Ancient Ale series.
Yep.
That he does with a professor from Penn University, where they'll get remnants of like a vessel from a dig, and the professor will go through and he'll identify what were the components of the ingredients of that vessel. Give them to Sam. Sam will have to then figure out the proportions to make a beer out of it. Mm-hmm. So he's done a Sati out of crockery found in China.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Midas Touch was found in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
No, was that Crete? No, it was Turkey.
It's Turkey.
Yep. Theobroma came out of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sati.
That makes sense.
Right.
Theobroma was Venezuela or Mexico? I think it was.
No, I think it was Mexico or Guatemala. It was definitely Central America.
What was the cacao and the?
Yeah, because it was basically the Aztec chocolate.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was.
So it was either Guatemala or Mexico that came out of. But I think it was from a dig in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sati was not this one. Chateaujiahu was from China. Sati was from Sweden or
that
Norway.
Sounds more like it.
Yeah. You know what?
Because it's a style. It's a style.
Scandinavian. Yeah.
It's Scandinavian.
Chateaujiahu was
Chateaujiahu was the one from China.
It was China, yeah. So there were all these what do you call them, off-centered ales? Hold on, it's in
those were the ancient ales.
Those are the ancient ales. But I'm saying his
off-centered ales, yeah.
Off-centered ales. And that, by the way,
off-centered people.
For off-centered people, yeah.
Yes.
And that's my nod to Dogfish Head too. I got Brooklyn Bells. There's my Dogfish Head neon back there.
Cool.
There you go. Well, he went very off-centered there for a while, and
he did.
Kind of lost me for a little bit when he did Pangea. He got into a lot of concept beers. Pangea was he grabbed an ingredient from every continent to make a beer. Loved the concept. Didn't turn into that fantastic of a beer though. Mm-hmm. And he got very conceptual with his beers there for a little while. He eventually snapped out of it, and then he had all the music themed beers. Well, what do you call that series, John?
Oh, yeah, because he had Bitches Brew, Miles Davis, and
the Grateful Dead beer.
That was Grateful Dead beer was is it just a juicy? It was Juicy Pale Ale.
Juicy Pale, right?
Not when they still make that too.
They still make that one. I wish they'd bring Bitches Brew back. I loved that.
Bitches Brew was delicious. Midas Touch was Turkey. Chateau Jihu was China. Theobroma was.
Does it say?
It doesn't. Sati was not that doesn't say either. Those are the only ones. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, there's a lot of Sam played around a lot more years ago. Obviously, like I was saying, the direction I was going in. Markets change, and we see this on a daily basis with everything, right? Which brings me to what I was going to say, throwing back to what you had earlier, not to get away from the inductees, but before I forget, you had mentioned earlier the first beer you were drinking, and it's a nod to the fact I'm going to open up my second. Your Centennial IPA. Mm-hmm. A fantastic beer. Love that beer. Such a it's a landmark beer. It's a definitely a legacy brand. But we're losing one. We're losing Hop Devil. Victory has announced that they're killing the brand Hop Devil.
Why? That's a shame.
Yeah. That is a shame.
Yeah. We did. My buddy Pat Reed, who's the senior marketing manager for Victory, he told us a few weeks ago that they were doing that, but they just made it official this weekend, I believe. Yeah. So any Hop Devil that's out in the wild right now, get it, because that's it.
What are they doing? Making room for another monkey?
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And speaking of which, that's the only Victory beer that we get here is all the monkey series.
All the monkeys, the sour monkey and the berry monkey. You don't get Hop Devil.
Nope.
I'll have to. You know what? I'm gonna send you a care package, and I'll definitely put a Hop Devil in there with it too.
You notice that everything you're talking about is East Coast beers, at least relative to the
Yeah,
Midwest.
You know what though? I'm shocked that some of those don't get out to you, because I can see some of the really smaller releases, but years ago, I'm shocked that some of those Dogfishes didn't make it out to.
They may have come out, but didn't stay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they came out here, didn't sell, and they pulled back.
They pulled it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hop Devil's a fantastic beer. I got a couple comments I'll put up in a second. What is that beer?
I did not do this on purpose. I did not do this on purpose. Where the beer and the foam line is right across the.
So you split the coat of arms.
Apparently, whatever it is. This is actually an updated Ochel chalice.
Okay.
Ochel used to be a Trappist beer.
They keep dropping the N. That pisses me off.
What?
They keep dropping the N off the name.
Ochel?
Nachel. Ochel.
Oh,
you didn't get that?
No, I know, because what I heard was I was
with you, Marty. I had it.
No, because the way I heard it was N off the end, so I'm Ochel. Ochel makes no sense. Yeah, they're very rude, aren't they? They really should put that on there.
I've written letters.
We should get you one of these and then have it customized.
Yeah, right? That'd be a good idea.
But they're no longer a Trappist beer. They're now an Abbey Ale.
Yep.
But what that did is it allowed them to change things up a little bit, and they redid their branding. And I love the new branding for Ochel. This is just a beautiful, beautiful chalice. And what I love about this is that
he's also pronouncing wrong. It should be Achel, right? I mean,
yeah, it should be Achel too. So what Achel did is my complaint about a lot of the Trappist beers in which you drink them out of, they are chalices, and the only reason they drink out of a chalice is because of the Holy Grail. It does nothing to enhance the beer. It's just so wide open. What they've done is they've taken the chalice, and you can see they've actually tapered it in a little bit. And by doing so, they've made some sort of effort to concentrate the flavor to your nose. So I got to give them that. However, I'm not drinking a HO without the N out of this.
You're not drinking an HO without the N.
It is International. I am drinking a St. Bernardus Triple.
I was going to say I just had it up there for like 20 minutes there. There you go. So St. Bernardus Triple is a very, very, very tasty beer. It's probably my third. It's probably my second favorite St. Bernardus. ABT 12.
Yeah, it's also not my fault that you shot your crawl too soon.
I did. Well, you put the jealous up there. I didn't realize you were going to go into your glassware conversation.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I never.
Because you never do that. I know.
I never go into a glassware spiel.
There you go. For my second beer, I am having Gathered, which is a Munich style dunkel, also from Mill Pond. And Marty, this is the one that's a collab with Scratch.
Okay, cool.
There you go. So both of these,
is that a poison ivy leaf, and that's why they called? Is that the logo for Scratch? A poison ivy leaf?
Yeah, maybe. There you go.
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe
that looks like a poison ivy leaf, and that makes it funny. Actually,
Scratch is down by Mill Pond, down by Millstadt, down by St. Louis, right? It's down all the way down.
You know that's funny. You asked that because I've heard of Mill Pond, but I have no idea where Millstadt is. So
Millstadt's down by it's not too far outside of St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah. Nope. I don't get down that way much.
Gotcha.
That's a 5-hour drive.
That's a 5-hour drive. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit of a haul.
Yep.
It's a day trip if you want to just be in the car all day and stay an hour wherever you're going.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, but this is pretty tasty. I love a good dunkel, and this is
I can attest to that. John does love a good dunkel. Mm-hmm. And he loves a good dunking of bull testicles in his. Never mind.
Hey, they didn't dunk the testicles in it. Marty, have you ever been to Wind Coop?
I have, and I've had that beer.
And you've had the beer. It's really good.
I mean, you don't know there's bull balls in there.
You don't know there's bull balls in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, as a stout, it's damn good.
It's a very good stout. It is a very good stout. So
I have yet to make the pilgrimage. I've never been to Denver, and I need to fix that.
We need to fix that. You need to get out there.
Yeah, I need to get up there.
There's as my one co-host on the sports podcast says all the time, in the last 20 minutes, 7 new breweries have opened up in Denver. So,
and how many have closed?
Well, 4.
In the same time.
So, yeah. So there's some news going on, but you know what? I'm going to ask you that. I'm glad Dave brought that up because I had that here. What's your favorite or most memorable? I was going to say, but either or both. Bell's beer that you ever had.
Oh, is Northwind their Imperial Stout?
Okay. All right.
I don't think I've ever had anything barrel aged from them. Yeah.
Black Note would be mine. That's a barrel aged stout. That's
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's really tasty. Dave?
I'm really trying to think. I know there was one barrel aged beer of theirs that I had that I just absolutely went crazy over, and I can't remember it right now. It'll come to me.
Fair enough.
As I start scrolling through all my check-ins.
As you start scrolling through your check-ins, yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's how you do. This is the only reason I still use Untappd is because I've got such a bad memory of stuff that I've had.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you know what it was?
What's that?
Black Note Stout. That's what it was, actually. Black Note is just a fantastic beer. But another one is their Best Brown Ale.
Best Brown's very good.
That's a fantastic beer.
Yeah. Bell's Best Brown is very good. There's a lot of good beers they make. I was fortunate enough to sit in the tap room in Kalamazoo for a couple hours and sample a bunch of really tasty things that you don't get in Jersey. So that was fun that day I was out there. But,
that's why you got to travel.
That's why you got to travel. You got to go to the source. As you did.
I did. I went this weekend actually.
There you go.
And yes, I did go next door. And
of course you did.
And I've got an apple crumble pie.
Apple crumble pie from Delicious Orchards. There you go.
God.
Yes, and those orchards are pretty delicious, I have to admit.
And you know how hard it is to go home with just one pie when you go there?
It's very difficult.
Marty, you walk into this place, and on the right is just this big long window with this shelf, and it's just pie after pie after pie after pie. At any given time,
all different.
At any given time, there's at least a dozen different types of.
They have a couple of deltas and some thetas in there, but it's mostly pie.
It's mostly pie. There's a row or two, but and across from the pies is the table with all the cider donuts, either cinnamon, sugar, or plain. So you're not even 10 feet into the building, and you filled the cart.
Did I hear you say cider donuts?
Yes.
I don't have any idea what that is.
Oh, so
never heard
cider.
So this box is going to be very big, Marty.
Yeah, we got to get him some cider. You've got to get him some delicious orchard cider donuts. Cider donuts, the good ones actually sometimes have a little bit of apple in the dough itself, and they boil it. Did they boil it or just soak it in cider first? Sometimes I think they soak it in apple cider, then they fry. Soak it, don't fry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically it's not a typical donut. It's definitely you're having your cider and your donut in one bite. But
that sounds really good. Actually,
they are really good.
Is that specific to that location or
no?
The northeast.
Northeast has a lot of cider donuts. A lot of apple orchards have.
Yeah,
never heard of it.
Cider donuts.
All of New England does them. New York State, New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania. Once you start getting too far west in Pennsylvania, you're going to get out of that region. Yep. I don't think they do it in Delaware. I think Jersey is about as south as you get for cider. Princeton area might be as south as you get for cider donuts.
You're not, so far south Jersey.
I think that's about right.
Actually, that's not true. There, what's that one big farm in Medford? You know, what I'm talking about King. Is it King something?
But that's the Princeton area, isn't it?
It's south of Princeton. It's about
south of Princeton. It is a little south of Princeton.
It's Route 70. How's that?
Yeah, Route 70.
Let's agree with that. Route 70 is your cutoff for cider donuts.
Marty has no idea what we're talking about.
I was going to say, do I have to get out my atlas?
No, you're right. It's like the bottom third of Jersey doesn't have cider donuts. The top 2/3 do.
But some of the best cider donuts, if you get them fresh and they're just come out of the fryer, the inside, right around the inside of the hole is crisped up nicely, so you get a little crunch, and really just around the edge, it's
soft outside, but the crunch is in the middle when you take the full bite through it. It's really good. I would suggest if we do get cider donuts out to you, put them in the oven for about 15 minutes. 10 minutes, 10 to 15, no less than 10,
15 minutes.
15.
Or if you don't have the time, just nuke them for 10 seconds. But it's not going to make them crisp.
You don't want to nuke them. It's not going to make them crisp. And what's going to happen is if you don't eat it in 30 seconds, it's going to be hard. So,
rock hard.
Yeah, just oven for about 15 minutes. You're good.
Because they're making me hungry, man.
I'm telling you. And for that matter, Brooklyn. What's your favorite or most memorable Brooklyn beer?
Talking to me again?
Marty.
Again, we don't get a lot of the Brooklyn products. I think the best one I've ever had was Black Ops.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the best beers, hands down, that they make, I think.
Yeah, I would say that's probably...
Based on price, I'm guessing.
What I love about Black Ops, its base beer is the double chocolate stout.
Okay.
And the double chocolate stout, I feel, I maintain, and I will fight you. It is understated in ABV. And I know John agrees with me on this.
It's way understated in ABV. There's no way
it's got to be at least 5, I think, higher than what they actually state this thing to be, which you're not allowed to do. But
no.
My God, I have sat and drank a couple of those and nearly fallen off my stool getting up to go to the bathroom. There was one time I drank 3 of them. 3 was the magic number that night, because when I went to walk out the back door, there were 3 of them. So I aimed for the middle.
Exactly.
That's always if you see 3 of something, aim for the middle. That's usually correct, unless you're cross-eyed. But there should still be the middle, actually.
Aim for the middle. You got to aim for the middle.
Aim for the middle.
So the mine, Black Ops is certainly up there. Quadriceratops is a great beer. It's a great quad.
Yes.
I do have a bottle that I just recently acquired from a friend. Gave me a 11 or 12-year-old bottle of Quadriceratops that he kept in his cellar, and it was cork and caged anyway, right? But so I'm gonna have to chill that and have it soon. And they make years ago they made a maple porter that was really good.
Never had that.
Yeah, they did. But I think my number one is one of the Brewers Reserves on one of those nights that were over there, and it was a beer called Weisenhammer. I'll give you 3 guesses of what style of beer it was.
3 guesses and the first 2 don't count.
And the first 2 don't count, right? It's a delicious Weizenbach. So good. So good. It was really like I went in there with all intentions of having that and then having a few other things. It was the only thing I drank that entire night that I was there. It was so good.
Sometimes you have those nights.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, have you guys tried the Fonio beer?
I have.
Yes.
I have.
Your thoughts?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different.
I'm not going to say I'm a fan. I get it. I love the concept. I really do love the concept of how sustainable that grain is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that eventually the problem is these beers came out, people drank them, they didn't like them that much. So it's the any steam it had, which was really kind of none in the first place, is gone, which is a shame because I think that we have enough talent to be able to take this grain and, find yeasts and hops that are really going to work with it to make really classic beer and a different beer. And I don't think anyone's done it yet.
Yeah.
And my apologies to Brooklyn. You didn't really the stout. I get why you went with the stout because stout's really kind of hard to screw up.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most forgiving styles out there, but I don't think it worked as well.
It didn't translate, I think, as well as some other styles would translate. I'm curious to try Dave Jimenez's. He brewed all Fonio beer, right?
He did 100% Fonio.
100%.
The first 100, and he's going to come on the show soon, and we got to see if he'll send us that beer for the show.
I would like to try that. I really would.
So Marty, he's the head brewer at Ketos Brewing in Salt Lake City. He worked at Strap Tank for a little bit, and he's been on the show a few times. But we've got to see if he'll get us that.
He has a podcast as well. Taste Masters is his podcast. I need to. We'll see if we can get him to send 3 cans, and one can stop in Chicago on its way. That would be. I really want to try it. I want to try it, and it's I don't believe he did a stout. I forget. He told us. I forget what style
he did, and I forget. It was the last time he was on the show. He told us about it.
So I'm curious to see what he did with it.
And I don't want to go back and rewatch the show because I never rewatch shows. I don't know.
I've rewatched a couple just to get some notes and everything else. And on that note, I'll talk about something later on in the show. But I do think that you're spot on, Dave, and Marty. Your input too. Your thoughts. I think that. In the right circumstances, with the right style and the right yeast and the right hops, with the right brewer and the right location and everything else, I think something better can be made with Fonio. But what are your thoughts on the grain?
Well, I'm curious. It sounded like you guys were talking about a stout from Brooklyn.
There was one.
It was a collab basically with
Guinness, wasn't it?
With Guinness, yeah.
Okay, well, that's not the beer. Okay, I do now. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't had that. I had a different Fonio beer that was very light-bodied, light-colored.
Okay.
I had that one. I had that one as well. It was an easy drinker, but it was very obvious. I think it's one of those that the more and more you drank, maybe you'd get used to it, And let's face it.
It's not bad by any means. It's not like I took a sip of it and I'm not drinking this. You could drink it. It just like I said, I wasn't far off on what I would say. It was different, right?
But here's the thing: you're looking at three guys who have been drinking craft beer for a very long time, and we've all reached that stage, maybe abandon that stage every now and then, where we just want
the gray hair is
where we just want something, where we just want something different. We want something we've not had before.
Right.
And and I get in that mode a lot. And when I had the first Folio beer, not the stout, I was like, okay, something different. I want to try this. And usually when I try something different, I get it. I understand. It's like, well, it's different. It's cool. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to drink it all the time. I didn't really have that reaction with the Folio. It's like, okay, it's different.
Yeah, I would.
But why? It was basically my reaction to it.
Right.
But I really think it can be done. And I think it can be done well.
And to that point, if somebody gave me, if I was thirsty and I was somewhere, I went over to somebody's house. Hey,
if I was dying of thirst in the middle of the desert.
It's not that. If somebody hey, I have these here, try one of these. I'm gonna have it. It wasn't bad by any means. It's just like I said, it was different. It would take some getting used to, like anything else. I mean, the first time I had an IPA that was very resiny, I almost did a spit take. Like, what am I drinking? Now give me a handful of hops, I'll just eat them. And it's been that way for many years. But I'm going back to the 80s, right? But
speaking of intrusive thoughts, I'm looking at my triple.
I was going to say, somebody comment.
No, I'm looking at my triple. I'm looking at the Irish whiskey going, no, do not do a floater.
Don't do a float on the triple.
No. That'd be awful.
Yeah. The other comments, so we'll throw that up really quick. Mike Dolan said, EC Yuzu Pils is finished with Sriracha. Yes, it is. And that's actually very good.
I've never had the Yuzu Pils.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very tasty. Mike, we have to get Dave a Yuzu Pils from the try. And he says he had to go. He'll be right back.
Apparently he's not back yet.
He's not back yet. And then Stephen Caro, I'm a major fan of Dogfish Head, love Bitches Brew, and Faithful Ale.
That was
other than 60, 90, 120, along with Worldwide Stout.
Marty, what are your opinions of 120 and Worldwide?
Never had Worldwide.
Really?
Never had Worldwide. All right. The
box. What about 120?
Bigger.
What about 120?
I may have had that twice in my life. It's like a barley wine.
Yeah,
it's an American barley wine. It's an 18 or 18% barley wine, American barley wine.
I didn't think it was quite that high, but yeah.
Well, the original ones. I think it might be a little lower now. I think it's a little lower.
Did
now.
He drop it?
I don't think they quite put the amount of grain in to get the gravity to get it up. I mean, when they first were releasing 120 minute, they never put. I don't know how the hell they did it. They got it past the TTB, but they always put 18% to 22%. I don't know how that flew, but that's what they did, right? So,
guesstimate.
Guesstimate, yeah. But it is. I think it is a little lower now. It might be 15, 16 now, 14, 15, 16. It's still up there, but I don't think it's quite what it used to be. But that beer, if you buy a fresh bottle, it needs a year.
Yeah, don't drink.
It's too way too hot to have it like bottled, pour it and drink it. You can't buy two, put them away, pull out one you bought last year or the year before. Drink that. That's I wouldn't save it forever because it's hoppy, obviously, but it's still big enough that a year, 9 months a year will do it justice to get rid of some of that alcohol burn.
And Worldwide is very cloying.
Yeah,
there's a very, very big beer that needs a lot of years on it. Or the best time I ever had it, Cloverleaf Tavern here in Caldwell remember Randall the enamel animal?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They had one. They ran Worldwide Stout through espresso beans. It was so good.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good. Although they did do a version a couple years ago, maybe 2, maybe 3 years ago. Nope. They did a version that they aged in Utopias barrels. And
why not?
And it was It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Like to the point, it was so good that if they don't do it again, I may just get a bottle of Worldwide Stout and pour a little of that in it, just a drop of it in it, because it's 30%. It doesn't need more than a drop of it.
No.
In it. But, it was probably the best worldwide I'd ever had. Better than that espresso being Randallized worldwide that we had at Cloverleaf that day.
Oh wow, I can't imagine it better than that.
It was very good. It was very good because you had you had the worldwide stout, but you had all of the characteristics of the Utopias, kind of melded throughout. It was really, it's hard to explain, but it's very good.
I imagine.
It's good. Anyway, stouts. What was your any recollections, reminiscence of stouts beer?
The only stouts that I would have ever had would have been a GABF. We didn't get that locally.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was very local. Pennsylvania, Jersey. There wasn't too many other states that it came into.
And every bottle that I saw was fairly good size.
Yeah, they were always cork and cage bombers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Fat Dog Stout was very tasty. But the Scarlet Lady, the ESB, was probably my favorite stout. Stouts.
Stout with an
ESB was your favorite stout.
An ESB is not a stout, John. Yeah, man. The only one I really truly remember there is the actual stout, the plain stout that they brewed. It didn't have any name to it. It just said stout on. It said stout twice in the bottle, once with a D, one without.
One with D, one without, right?
And that's all it was. And I remember it being delicious until my young stupid ass hit those lees and got grossed out a little bit. Until I learned what they were. So
there you go. This stuff is fantastic.
I forgot to roll the bottle.
You did, yeah. You didn't roll the bottle.
And it's funny because sometimes I'll make fun of people that are like, "Oh, you got to roll the bottle," but every now and then I will get a bottle. We had what was it? The last, I think it was the last Saturday in February is called Open That Bottle Day. So we opened a Dry Fontaine in Creek. And I did forget to roll the bottle. And I do recommend, if you have a Creek, roll the bottle. The stuff that kind of sits down at the bottom. So Carrie got the last pour of it, and she said it tasted like tomato because I forgot to roll the bottle because it was all the yeast down there in the bottom.
It tasted like tomatoes?
Yeah,
and she's right. I took a sip of it and went, "You're right. That actually does taste like tomato," because she got all the yeast and the beer together. And the yeast concentrated in it, where I'm drinking the top of the bottle, which had very little yeast in it. So I'm getting really strong Morello cherries out of it. She got tomatoes. So
all right, fair enough.
There are certain
with your plumbing.
Yeah, right. I think it did actually.
It might have been.
But no, a lot of the Belgian sours, especially the fruited sours, roll the bottle. Yeah, definitely do roll the bottle.
Or avoid it altogether.
Or avoid, yeah.
I won't. Never, ever. I like the fruity sours.
No, I meant the
avoid the lees.
The lees.
Oh, the lees. Leave them there. Okay. Or yeah, you can do that.
Leave the lees. Leave the lees. Choose not to. I had a couple of lees. I had a bottle of 2002 JW Lees Harvest Ale, and got to the bottom of that bottle, and there was, trying to time it. I see the first, that's it. No more out of that bottle.
Well, because the bottom of that bottle is not Lees, it's Russ, right? Isn't it?
It was Russ. It was Rusty Lees.
I've had one of those. It's just straight up Russ at the bottom.
Yeah. But it was fantastic. I was a 24-year-old barley wine, and it was delicious.
I can imagine.
It was so good. But anyway, enough about that. All right. So any other glowing we talked about Pink Boots, we talked about Garrett, we talked about Sam, we talked about Carol, we talked about a few. Anybody, any other notable comments about any of this year's inductees that you wanted to bring up?
Well, obviously, in my opinion, this is an incredibly impressive class of people. When you look at what they've done within the craft of the American craft beer industry,
Sure.
It's amazing. But I really get a kick out of seeing the comments, like in the socials. We've been really trying to blast this all over the place, and the comments that we're getting back about the number of people who agree that this is a phenomenal class. And just running over the names, a lot of people are saying, well, how is it that they weren't already in last year or 5 years ago? We had one guy saying Larry Bell should have been in 20 years ago. Well, if there had been a hall
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean that would have been, you can't just you couldn't just put 200 people in last year on the first inaugural year, obviously.
Right.
Well,
Right. And looking back at since New Albion back in 1976,
sure,
we're looking at 50 years now of American craft beer history.
Absolutely.
So we have a lot of catching up to do, and it's going to take some time.
It's going to take some time.
We now have 20 people over 2 years. Long way to go.
Yep. And there'll be more worthy people getting in next year and the year after, and so forth and so on.
Hopefully, yes.
Absolutely. And there was but I think that was it was a really cool idea to do it the way it was done this year, and pre-record everything, live stream it, and it was well put together. I love the idea of last year, live streaming from 5 different locations with certain people there and so forth and so on. But it is a massive undertaking. And everything has to go perfectly, so unless it can be pre-done to make sure that there aren't going to be any hiccups, or very, very minimal hiccups, doing it the way it was done this year is probably
you kind of need like a dress rehearsal, a behind the scenes director to go from one place to the other, make sure that everything is set up ahead of time, do sound checks.
Sure.
Right.
Lot needs to be done to be able to coordinate something along those lines.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's obvious that we are not professionals either in front or behind the camera. So, we were pretty much winging it, and
we're professional. We're professional drinkers.
Okay. I'll buy that.
That's where our strength lies.
That part of the in front of the camera part went well, but it was perfect. Spot on.
Speaking of professionally drinking, so to match John's hat, I did have to drink because I do have some bells, and I had to drink one of these.
You got your bells on?
Nice.
There you go. I love that beer. I still have it.
Oh, geez, you love a Scotch ale, John?
I love a Scotch ale. No. Perish the thought.
I adore Scotch ales. Just the smell of this. What I love about it is, the beers where the malt really, really, really gets to shine, because people are like, oh, well, stouts are malt forward. What's interesting about a stout is you don't understand how much the hops are really contributing to a stout.
Sure.
Because it's not forefront. And John and I learned this last week when we were doing the chocolate pairing. We were drinking a stout with one of the chocolates, and that chocolate actually helped suppress a lot of the malts in the stout, and the hops came forward. It was crazy. It was shocking. It was a wonderful, pleasant surprise, but it really told us how much those hops really do exist in a stout. And so that's what I love about, a Scotch ale. Is a Scotch ale, okay, yeah, it's hopped, but it's all about the malts. It's really all about the malts, and that's why I love them. Because every now and then you just need a mouthful of malts. Yeah, John will grab a handful of hops and pop it in his face. No, give me those malts, and I'll shove them.
Oh no,
I'll do it with the malts.
I'm happy with that as well.
Oh God, I don't want to drink this. I'm just going to sit here and smell this.
I'm telling you, this is that beer is one of the beers that's the epitome of my phrase that I always say, and that's, I don't want to drink this beer because if I do, the smell will go away.
Rochefort 10 is another one of those.
Oh yeah.
Marty, I love Rochefort 10. The taste is great. It does not compare to the smell.
The smell, yeah, it's delicious. The smell's better. And it doesn't mean it's bad. It's delicious. The smell is even more. I can't say the smells better. The smell is even more delicious. How's that?
Yeah. It's an eargasm, nosegasm.
No. It's an eargasm. You listen to the smell.
It's got a wonderful ear feel to it.
Fred Eckert would be proud of you right now. I hope you guys get that reference.
I get it. You're not wrong. Marty, you still drinking Centennial? You having another beer?
I'm just about finishing up the Centennial. I can show you what the next one's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it is also a stout. Whoops, where are we here?
There we go.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Phase 3.
Phase 3, I love Phase 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They opened
Never
up.
had
I don't
Phase
know.
3. I've heard about them
5-6 years ago.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, and when they opened up, they just exploded.
Sounds dangerous.
They're
well,
popular.
that's called overcarbonating.
Yeah. The guys who opened this up, they already had worked at a different location in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So going in, they already had a reputation before they even opened up their doors. So people were knocking down their doors trying to get their beers, and they exploded. Everybody and their grandmother wanted Phase 3. I think they've settled down a little since, but they're still a go-to brewery here in the Chicago area.
They distribute to Jersey.
Do they?
We get them in Jersey. Yeah.
No kidding. Didn't know that.
I haven't seen them in any place I go.
Yeah, you have.
You've never pointed them out to me, you bastard. Rat bastard.
He's holding out.
I'm holding out.
Next time I visit.
There's Phase 3 is amazing. They have one of them. They did a rye lager that I absolutely adored.
Oh, you know I love rye lagers.
Their dark English mild was fantastic. They've done some New England IPAs that were ridiculously good as well.
Yeah.
So Breach, I think Breach is one of them. Breach was a big one they did. I think the other one. But I'm sorry.
I was just going to say at the time they opened 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, that's when the hazies were really at their peak. Pre-COVID, pre-COVID, or just early days of COVID, hazies were all the rage, and Phase 3 opened up their doors with a plethora of hazies. So I think that's how they really got everybody into them. And since then, they've mellowed out and they've done a lot of other styles, but they've done them equally well. So yeah,
really, really, really good stuff.
I love.
I haven't had the stout though, but
I love that he used the word plethora.
I love that.
It means a lot.
It means a lot to you.
Where's that room shot?
It didn't work. I don't know.
The actual dad joke is when I'm with my Spanish friends, I always like to use the word mucho. It means a lot to them.
Yes. Then there's the other one where he's digging a huge hole in his yard to get to water. I know he calls it a hole, but I know he means well.
I know he means well.
And we digress.
I digress. Moving back. Okay. My third beer. Again, this is from Chicago. It's Life Split from Old Irving.
Love the castle work.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Familiar with the brewery, but not that beer.
It's a Schwarzbier. It's so good.
Love Schwarzbier.
It's so good. Yeah. I would.
John's choking this down. John doesn't like Schwarzbiers.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
As much as he doesn't like Scotch ale.
As much as I don't like Scotch ale. Yeah. So here I am talking about I'm the guy that's going to eat a handful of hops, but I love Schwarzbiers. I love all beers. I love Scotch ales. I love old ales. I love Crunkles.
Yep.
And Mr. Crinkle.
And Mr. Crinkle, right? Exactly. So, that stout sounds delicious.
You can hear that?
I can hear.
Little head on your beer.
Someone with a hard pour, love it.
Gotta love it. So,
and the thing is, the great thing about having a good head on a beer is it keeps the oxygen from actually hitting the liquid. It keeps the flavors fresher. So that's what why you want that head on that beer.
And it degasses a little bit of the beer too, so it's not.
Yep. Yes, there's that as well.
Not as many bubbles in your stomach.
Makes it a little easier to drink. You don't belch as much. And what's the fun in that? Really? What is the fun in that?
Yeah, no, I want a couple of burps, but I don't need to be,
Yeah, well, if the ladies aren't around, you let loose.
Exactly.
Got to let that loose.
Although my daughter used to love to burp. She burped like a truck driver when she was 14. So 29 now, so it's calmed down a bit. But
I have a daughter like that. Yep. Like a truck driver.
Yeah. Speaking of beers, there was a.
Speaking of beers?
It was an inductor beer again, Don, right?
Yes, sir. Hey, you did the label.
I did. I'll put it up. I think it was used as a graphic on a couple of posts, but there we go. It's the second annual induction beer, 2026 Inductor, American Craft Beer Hall of Fame. I love it.
It's almost like a professional did that or something.
You never know.
You never know. A professional graphic designer? Maybe.
No, professional drunk.
Well, that too.
Yeah, okay.
I resemble those remarks, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so tell us about the beer.
Well, it's not that simple because we did
beers,
yes. And I can't even tell you about all of them because I'm not familiar with all of them. What we did is we left it wide open when we had these watch parties at the 4 locations across the country. Mm-hmm. We asked them politely, "Would you like to make an inductor beer just for the day?" We didn't demand, we didn't twist arms. We just said, "This is what we'd like to see. If you want to participate, great. If not, that's okay." I'm not sure all the watch parties did participate. And then we also, for those who did participate, it's not like we handed them a recipe and said, you have to make this style or anything like that. We just said, make whatever you want. You can even use a beer that you already have and just put it on tap and call it inductor for the day. We tried to make it as easy as possible on the brewers. We didn't want to create hassle for them. So the idea was that they would present a beer to the public and call it inductor. And what they did is they would basically pledge to make a donation to the hall for every pint sold or for the afternoon or whatever the case may be. Again, we weren't twisting arms. We weren't making things difficult. We just wanted to keep it simple. I can tell you about the location that I was hosting. It's called Hailstorm Brewing, and it's in Tinley Park, which is a suburb of Chicago. It's a suburb over from where I live. It's my local. And so I have a good relationship with the folks there. And the brewer there, Will Turner, who has also worked at Revolution. You guys are probably familiar with that?
Sure. Heard of them,
yeah. He's previously worked at Revolution. He was already making a fresh hop beer, or already did make one. He took a portion of that fresh hop beer and re-hopped it with whole hops and just set that aside just for us. And that was his version of the inductor beer. So that was cool.
Is there any more of that left? Because I'll fly out tomorrow.
As far as I know, there is, yes.
Here's the whole thing. You said you want to make it easy for the brewers. It doesn't matter. They're going to make it complicated anyway. They love to do that. They love to challenge themselves. So
that's their choice.
Exactly. But you don't have to. But I also have always been a proponent of the best way to get creativity is to limit options.
Right.
And people will get very, very creative. But also, when you leave it wide open, sometimes people will go wild. So it'd be interesting to see what some of the other breweries did for that inductor beer with really not too many constraints or guidelines. Because even when you look at like some of the ones that were done, like Altogether and Black is Beautiful, where they kind of did have some guidelines, and Black is Beautiful they were allowed to riff on. Altogether, everyone was supposed to make the same exact beer.
Right.
That didn't really happen.
It was supposed to, but not. Yeah.
It was supposed to, but it didn't happen.
There was a lot of liberties taken with that.
Yes, there were. But yeah, so it would be really interested to hear what came out of just letting the brewers loose on that and then just calling it inductor beer. But you said something else important there was that the proceeds from that beer went towards the hall. And we will on the show on Facebook and YouTube, we will put a link to the Craft Beer Hall of Fame.
Well, there is one already, but we'll put it up again.
But also more specifically, the link to donate to it, because this is such a worthy cause.
Yeah, that needs to be on there as well, and we'll put it up in a few other places as
well. That would be very cool, guys. Absolutely. Greatly appreciated, of course.
There was
because this whole concept and now the concept to become real has been a long time coming. It's absolutely been a long time coming. Sure. Now we have that Hall of Fame. Everyone's like, this is such a great idea. Great. Now let's support it. Let's keep it going.
100%. Do you? I was going to say, get just to touch back on the inductor beer. I believe the it's escaping me. I'm trying to remember the location in Oregon.
Breakside.
They did Breakside, right? They did. Mm-hmm. They did American. Or they.
I know that from having seen Lisa's posts. Yeah, Lisa Morrison is our director that lives out there in Portland. So yeah, she hosted the watch party at Breakside in Milwaukee, KIE.
Milwaukee, Oregon.
Oregon. Yes, they did.
KIE, right? Yeah, exactly.
Right. They did put American on. Yes.
They put American on, right? Yeah. So I did see that. So that was interesting, and I like the idea of that. I'll leave it up to you guys. This is the you're having the watch party there. Do your version of the inductor beer for that locale.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So, what our plans were, and we still would like to do this maybe for next year, maybe the year after that. It might take a little while to make this happen. Mm-hmm. We're trying to work with different maltsters and different hop
farmers.
Well, I don't know if we're going to go
to
suppliers.
Yeah. We're trying to say, hey, can you donate a specific grain, a specific hop, and we want to be able to go to the brewers and say, look, we're getting this base product to you for free. That we're going to try and get it donated, and we're going to walk it over to them and say, here you go, make what you can from this malt and from that hop. That's our ultimate goal. We're not there yet.
We'll talk more about that after the show. Because I could put a couple of cents in there.
He's got 2 cents.
2, right? Literally right here.
Between us, we got 4.
John's got 2. I got 1. Marty's got 1.
There's the nickel.
Oh, you got me beat. Hey. But we'll put that together. But I love that idea. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. I like that. All right. What's next for the hall?
Because we have essentially 2 annual events. Obviously, this one was the big one. Mm-hmm. The other one, to kind of offset the calendar in August, we'll be naming another set of 5 landmark beers. Mm-hmm. But in between what just took place and what's going to take place, is we're going to be doing a little bit more outreach. What I would like to see is more cooperation with the various state brewers guilds. I know that right now a couple of states, I think Virginia is one of them, Washington and Oregon, I believe, they both have their own halls of fame. We believe that every single state in the union should have its own state hall of fame, craft brewer hall of fame. So we're going to try and convince them that they should be doing that, and we will help them in any way we can to make that happen. Because, again, we feel that every state should have its own hall, and it would culminate with the national hall. So sure. we think it's the right thing to do.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I do.
100%.
I do. I like that. And then of course in August is the landmark beers.
Correct.
Going forward, and I think the inaugural 5 were spot on.
Thank you.
They were definitely spot on. And if memory serves, it's Boston Lager, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Anchor Steam, Anchor Liberty Ale, and Celis White.
Very good. Yes, nailed it.
There you go. It's almost as if I did something with those slogans.
Yeah, right.
That's how you remember it. Like, this is not like John.
Especially after 3 years.
Now I get it. Okay, now it makes sense. It's okay. But it's really, really hard to argue with those 5.
It'll be interesting this time around. I mean, now we got to come up with the next 5.
Next 5, right? Yeah, exactly.
There's going to be some arguing, I think.
There's going to be some arguing. Yes, there will. And you're going to have like those Heady Topper fans going, "Where's Heady Topper? Should have been the first 5." No,
I don't know about that. Maybe, but I don't know about that.
Oh, you've got the defenders of the Topper out there. I think that's an actual organization out there somewhere.
Well, what's funny, it's funny you say that, right? Because, and I've said this a million times, Heady Topper, the Alchemist basically started the New England IPA revolution, if you will. But Heady Topper is so not a New England IPA.
Yeah, it is not. No.
So it's just crazy where it got taken to another level from there and another level and beyond and beyond and beyond.
Well, I've said this many times. There's so many beers out there whose popularity was driven by its scarcity and how hard it was to get. And yes, West Flatiron is one of those beers. It's still a fantastic friggin' beer, but to consider it the best beer on the planet, I think it's a little bit of a stretch.
It is absolutely delicious, and if I could have one, I will definitely drink it. But St. Bernardus ABT 12 is not far off.
It's almost the same beer because they were in bed together. They shared recipes, those two organizations. But Heady Topper, I think, benefited from the fact that for the longest time it never left Vermont.
Never did.
So,
if you were in any state and were drinking a Heady Topper, somebody went to Vermont and got it.
Yes. Yeah. Of course, COVID changed all that. Sure. I could walk down. I could right now put on. I've got socks on, so I'll put flip flops on with socks.
Well, you don't look. Be honest.
And walk, and
you don't have to put flip flops on. You can walk out in socks if you really want it.
No, because it's raining.
You'll have to put pants on.
I don't. I'm not putting pants on. And walk downstairs, and there's a liquor store right downstairs there, and I can get Heady Topper right down there.
Yeah. If
I want to, so it's not as scarce anymore. But I really did think it benefited from its scarcity. I'm not saying it's a bad beer. It's not a bad beer at all. It was a great beer. It's a landmark beer. If in August I see that on the list, I'll be like, I don't know about that yet. Maybe the third or fourth iteration.
Exactly.
It does. I don't know if it's second importance. It might be a little lower.
It has an importance in. To your point, it has an importance in the fact that what I really to this point, maybe a few years ago I would have agreed with myself on what I'm about to say, right? But my point was it has an importance in where New England craft beers, New England style IPAs, I should say, came into play. But it's so far removed, and I can't say that if it never happened. If Heady Topper was never developed, I can't say that New England IPAs would have never been developed because they're just so vastly different from what Heady Topper actually is.
I don't think it's important is tied to any development of any style. I don't think it's the precursor to any particular style. I think its importance to the craft beer world was the legend.
Yeah, it was one of those holy grails. One of the. I can't even say it was an original. It wasn't even by any means. There wasn't an original holy grail, but it was. It certainly was. From its onset, was a holy grail. But
this way, it doesn't really matter where you are. If someone walks in with a Heady Topper shirt on, it doesn't say Heady Topper, and it's just a logo. You know what they're wearing.
Yeah.
It's got an importance. I don't know how important though. That's what
we've definitely given Hetty Topper and the Alchemist its minute on the show.
We've got maybe.
And to be quite honest with you, I don't even think Hetty Topper is the best IPA that the Alchemist brews. I think Focal Banger is better, and I think the Crusher is the better of the three.
I 100% agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm. So, but in any event, that's
so. If you guys want to hear a little bit more about the parameters that we use to choose the landmark beers,
absolutely.
If you guys want to start thinking ahead to August, I actually have the document pulled up on my screen, so I'm reading from it.
Read for it.
There are 4 parameters.
Mm-hmm.
They helped increase awareness and popularity of craft beer in America.
Okay.
They changed the way Americans looked at beer. They introduced new and exciting beer styles in America, or they set a benchmark for the style or the process.
Those are 4 great. That's 4 great criteria.
Yeah, absolutely. Hetty Topper only meets 2 of those. The first 2.
This is true.
I'm getting more hate mail, aren't I?
You are. The Alchemist fanboys are going to be filling your inbox with.
I've got to wait a few more years before I step foot into Vermont again.
There you go. I'll be there in April, so I won't say I know you.
Yeah, don't not after this.
There you go. But that criteria is those criteria are great. I think I like them. So, yeah, there's some there. Look, as I said before, the 5 that went in last August were the 5 that had to go in, right? For the inaugural 5. This year, as to your point, Marty, this year is definitely going to be harder.
There's going to be some arguing.
Yes, that's for sure. So. I can think of a few, but we'll.
There's one that comes to mind, and John knows it's one of my most hated beers ever brewed, but it really introduced the style.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down.
It's the it introduced a style. There's the reintroduction style. It's not a tier 2. Never mind. I'm gonna let that go. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm not here. John probably knows where I was gonna go.
I know where you were going with it. So,
Buffalo Bill might have something to do with it.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
but it's the beer that came. It's the beer that came after Buffalo Bill that, to me, caused seasonal creep and popularized the style.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Yeah,
pumpkin. So, but hey, he's already in the hall, so it doesn't matter.
And the thing is, if it wasn't for that beer, would he be in the hall?
Yes, he would be in the hall.
No, that beer actually is really what put Dogfish Head on the map because it was so different.
But we don't know that there would have been a beer right after that would have done the same.
We don't. You're correct.
But we'll never know. So I cannot and will not adhere to the phrase that Sam Calagione wouldn't be Sam Calagione if he didn't brew pumpkin ale.
No, it'd still be Sam Calagione because it says it right on his birth certificate.
You know what I mean.
It's on his driver's license. I assume he's got a passport. He'd still be. But you're saying the popularity of Dogfish Head would still be very popular if pumpkin.
I don't think there'd be much of a difference. I think there'd be a little bit of a difference at the time, not now, at the time. But I don't. It got the wheels greased, if you will. But I think 60 Minute, and for that matter 90 Minute, took them further. Pumpkin may have gotten them in front of more people, but I think 60 and 90 took.
Well, we've seen where a lot of breweries just need that one beer to enter the consciousness, and then the other beers get more attention, and then the quality of their beer then gets recognized after that one beer has brought them into the consciousness of the American drinker. And you're going to say something, Marty?
Yeah, just that you guys, you may not be aware of how what you're talking about is very regional. Pumpkin was not a deal in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I mean, it is now, but it is. I don't remember it being, many years ago.
You're right. It was very regional.
Yeah.
It was very much an Eastern and Western for that matter.
Yeah.
Maybe not the mid coast, right?
Third coast. We call it the third coast.
The third coast, right?
But also the thing with Pumpkin, when he won the award for Pumpkin, it gave him more bravery and backing to move forward with all the other things he wanted to do. And you know, when you watch the show, he gave a lot of credit to Pumpkin as far as getting his, you know, his other recipes out there.
He did. He did.
So there's arguments both ways.
Yeah. So there you go. But I'm looking forward to the fierce debates and the final five, if you will, come August.
Yes.
Not that I want to get to August now. It's March. We're just coming out of winter. I want to enjoy spring and summer before we get to August and then start heading back down the fall path again.
Hey, we're in stark beer season right now.
Yep. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So
let's enjoy that.
Let's enjoy that 100%. A couple things. It was announced, was it today or yesterday? Tilray is acquiring
came out yesterday.
Well, they have owned 22% of BrewDog. This is not a new thing. They're just buying the rest of it. And they're acquiring some of the American and Australian properties as well, because they're separate entities that they weren't involved in, and that deal is forthcoming but hasn't happened yet. So Tilray will eventually own all of BrewDog.
They're buying the hotel in Columbus.
Yep, they're working on that.
Interesting. I'll be surprised. It's going to be interesting to see how long that hotel actually stays open.
I don't know. Tilray hasn't shut down anything that they've bought. They acquired all those brands from AB InBev a couple years ago, and they were buying. They bought a few breweries prior to that deal too. So they're expanding their portfolio, but they've already. This is not new for them. Like I said, they owned 22% of BrewDog that they purchased for like over $1 billion several years ago.
And this deal was 33 mil.
And this deal was 33 million. Yes. So it's the.
Did I see that there's no equity going to the Punks?
There's no equity going to the Punks.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
amazing.
Amazing, right? Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, amazing and interesting both. It really is. But maybe there's equity in the other deal, in the American and Australian and whatever, those other properties that because that deal's separate, because that's a separate entity that Tilray apparently wasn't, to the best of my knowledge, wasn't involved in the first place. So maybe that equity will trickle down to the Punks as well.
The weird thing is the only BrewDog property I've ever been on was in Brussels.
Really?
Strange place to go to a BrewDog.
Yeah.
So much better beer in Brussels, but
I still have. Keep talking.
The only reason we went is I needed a burger. I had been in the Netherlands and Belgium too long, and I just really needed a burger, an American burger.
That's the only place you could get it.
That's the only. An American style burger with fries and ketchup.
Plenty of frites.
Frites, oh yeah.
Oh, there's frites everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think you can throw a rock in any direction and hit like 90 different frites.
Well, that's the whole thing. So I don't know if you know the story. French fries in the United States are called French fries, and it's out of World War II, where the Americans, the American GIs are going, pushing through Europe, and they're in Belgium. They don't know they're in Belgium, and they get frites, and the people who serve it to them are speaking French. They think they're in France. They come home, and they say, "Well, these are French fries," and that's how they got their name, because most Americans think French fries are from France. No, the Belgians invented French fries.
Of course.
They're called frites there, as you mentioned, and they serve them with mayonnaise. We serve them with ketchup.
We ketchup, yeah.
I thought they were freedom fries.
Freedom fries.
I remember that. Oh, when the French didn't let us fly over their airspace to go and bomb Libya, that's what it was. That's when that happened, when we started hating them. And if you remember from that particular bombing run, we just kind of accidentally bombed the French embassy in Libya's pool. Accidentally. We sent an apology to the French government saying,
and in case
we were our pilots were extremely tired from flying around your airspace, and mistakes were made.
That they sent an apology and a big case of freedom frites.
Yeah.
And spam.
And spam.
Yeah. Here's some spam.
I have, speaking of Brewdog, I have 2 bottles of this left. I don't know when I'm actually going to open one.
Yes, I know what these are.
This was this bottle cost me $40.
Get out.
All right. It is a one. Hold on. Let me get it right. It is you can't go like this. You can't go like this on a like a label, right?
On your screen.
On my screen, yeah. It's just shy of 2 ounces.
Where are your cheaters, John?
It's just shy of 2. Here, right? It's just shy of 2 ounces. It's called Strength by Numbers. It's a 57.8% Eisbach.
Damn, no kidding.
Right. Now, they did this it was during the pandemic. They released this.
Not for nothing. I think my Underberg bottle is bigger.
Your Underberg bottle might be a little bigger. Okay. So yes, it's just shy of 2 ounces. I have 2 of them left. We ordered a bunch of us ordered. I think we ordered like a couple dozen of these all together with all of us, right? It cost us hundreds of dollars, right? And we had to ship it too. And one of us had a relative living in the UK. He actually had them shipped to him, like wrote them online and had them shipped to him, right? And then he went to UPS, packed them all up, and shipped them to us. Not really, legally, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because you're not paying duties and taxes.
But it still costs this. So this bottle cost me $40, and I have another one too. I had others, so I spent like $200 on 5 of these bottles.
So I'll be down.
You did taste them.
Oh yeah, I've had it. It was super. I gave 2 to my son-in-law. I gave 1 to my son-in-law, 1 to another guy. I gave 1 to my son-in-law, and I had 1 with him. I had 4 bottles. I'm sorry, I didn't have 5. I had 4. I gave 1 to my son-in-law. I had 1, and I have 2 left. The one I had was within a month or 2, and it was super, super, super hot, like stupid hot. So I had to sit on this for a while. So it's been almost 5 years. Or maybe a little over 5 years. So
I'll be down this weekend.
We'll share a little less than an ounce apiece. There we go.
I'll bring my shot glass.
Bring your shot glass
and a straw.
And a straw. There you go. But I'm sure by now it's definitely a lot mellower. But in any event, 57.8%. So it's a 115.6 proof beer.
Nice.
There you go.
So did they make that when they were having the little spat with Schwarzbrau?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that was part of that.
No, there was never a fight back and forth between the German breweries and Scotland. They never acknowledged that, and yet for some reason they put out something called Sink the Bismarck. But no, we're not in a battle with the Germans for the highest ABV.
Exactly.
And this came out after they were stuffing bottles into roadkill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was the highest when they did. Sink the Bismarck was like 53 or 54%. So this was the highest.
And then that was End of the World was 53. Sink the Bismarck was a little lower.
Maybe. And I believe the third one down from those was Tactical Nuclear Penguin, I believe.
Oh, I've had Tactical Nuclear Penguin was undrinkable.
It was undrinkable. It was
drinkable.
It was a bad scotch, is what it was.
Yes, it was. But it was called End of the World, the one where they
End of the World, yeah.
Yeah, where they
End of the World or End of Days?
End of Days, I think.
End of Days, that's
it.
Days,
yeah.
Where they were stuffing it into taxidermied roadkill.
Yeah.
There was only like a dozen bottles made.
Something like that.
It was small.
And it was like $700 each.
Yeah. Well, because you got taxidermy with it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You want to drink?
They were expensive squirrels. What do you want?
No, stoats. Some of them were stoats.
Stoats, that's true. Yeah.
There was a stoat. One of them was a Stoat one. There was another Weasel family kind of member in there. Luckily, there was no polecats because the beer may have been skunked.
Exactly.
I thought the Weasels were the owners.
Well, there's that.
There is that.
There's that. And on that note, though, I did briefly enjoy the at least the first season that they did when they did their show on I guess it was on Esquire, was it? Or it was the Spike Network at the time.
It was Spike. They were on Spike
Network. When they did the Brewdog show, when they went to different breweries and they came up with a method to brew a beer, and it was a really off the wall kind of thing. They did one with Anchor. They did one with Against
Jim
the Grain. They did one with Against the Grain. The one with Against the Grain that they did was a mint julep bourbon barrel aged stout that they aged in Pappy Van Winkle barrels. I actually was fortunate enough to have a couple of those, and that was a fantastic beer.
Didn't they do one with Jim Cook where
all
three of them got naked and got into?
They didn't get naked. They had shorts on.
That helps.
Yeah, they brewed a beer. They brewed a beer in Boston Harbor. They were on a schooner in Boston Harbor. They brewed the beer on the boat, and they brewed it with soft shell crabs and crabs.
And it's not the crabs that they had carried with them,
right? And then they took it back to Jamaica Plain, and they put it. There's an outdoor fermenter basically, and it's kind of a showpiece. But they put it in there, and the three of them got in it. Martin, James, and Jim Cook got in that, and their body yeast fermented the beer.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that one. If that got put in front of me, I would not have had it. Yeah. Again, I defer to the Wind Coop. Here. And
teabag me with buffaloes before I drink that one.
But yeah, teabag me with buffaloes, not with Martin, James, and Jim. I'm good. But yeah, so that was, and I think that was the finale of season one. But it was kind of a decent show. I enjoyed watching that.
It was fun to see what kind of lunatics these guys actually were.
But they really were lunatics. That's for sure.
They were lunatics.
And the personally, they were who they were, whatever. But the show was actually entertaining. Fun. The first season was entertaining. I'll leave it at that. We'll go from there. But a couple of things we should talk about. But I think it's time that we do our top threes. What do you think?
I agree. I think
it's that time of day.
Do it.
So this is one of the days we celebrate today.
And today is National Cold Cuts Day. Happy National Cold Cuts Day.
And in honor, my dinner actually was kind of an Italian sub, sort of. Though if I ordered this Italian sub in any true Italian-American deli in New Jersey, they would have kicked me out because I like mayonnaise on my sandwiches.
You do.
And an Italian sub should never have mayonnaise on it. You'll get tossed.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, like, no, out. No, we're not doing that. Get out. I just like the way that red wine vinegar curdles the mayonnaise on the sandwich. I like that interplay.
But you know what you got to do with that? And I've had it, and not to get into a long, lengthy discussion here, but I will tell you, you need to, if you're doing it at home, they're not going to do it in the sub shop for you, right? But if you're doing it at home, you got to mix the oil and vinegar and mayonnaise and everything else together before you put it on. Then it's not going to curdle, and it's going to be tastier.
What I do is the top of the bread, I spread the mayonnaise, then I soak the lettuce in the vinegar, and then I smash together and let them play together as they will.
There you go. All right. But anyway, tonight is
what? Well, Jenny.
It's like you disappeared there for a second into the barrels. It's like you got sucked into the barrels in the background there. That was fun.
That was very weird. I don't know what happened there.
And I didn't have to look at you for like half a second.
Was that fun?
It's the highlight of the evening.
There you go. Our top three list tonight is, in honor of the day, top three favorite cold cuts. Top three favorite cold cuts. Marty, please kick us off.
Gotta start with ham. How can you not love ham on a multitude of sandwiches? Preferably smoked, sometimes honey glazed, whatever. Got to have ham. When I was a kid growing up, bologna was the thing, but only if it was pan fried.
Ooh, I like fried,
did you guys
fried
do
bologna.
That?
Oh yeah, love fried bologna.
Pan fried bologna, especially when it gets that little bubble in the middle, and you gotta to make it fit the sandwich.
Love it,
Marty.
But
next time you get to Asheville, you need to go to a place called Biscuit Head.
Biscuit Head. Oh my God!
And get their fried bologna.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and
in fact, if you're going to go to Asheville, let me know, and Dave and I will meet you, and we'll all go to Biscuit Head.
You get the fried bologna, and you get the biscuits and gravy, and then you don't have to eat anything for the rest of the damn day.
Wow.
There's so much food at Biscuit Head; it's ridiculous. Let's put it this way: if you go for breakfast at an average
around 11
middle of the morning, you don't need to eat till dinner.
Yeah,
and you will not be hungry till dinner. You might not even be hungry at dinner.
And that has to do with portions, or
portions, yeah.
Okay.
Portions, but also the quality of the food.
I was going to say just the quality alone
got
my mouth watering here.
Oh, so good. Okay, so ham, fried bologna.
Gotta have it fried. And salami, but I'm going to go with two different salami. Regular, the hard salami is great with, a bunch of mustard on it. But I also like cotto salami because I love making muffaletta sandwiches. Nothing better than loading it up with the cotto salami and the provolone cheese. And I don't know if you guys are muffaletta fans.
Oh, huge fan.
You have the olive, I'm not sure what they call it, the olive relish.
Olive tapenade.
Yeah, tapenade.
No, it's not really tapenade, but yeah.
It's tapenade.
I make my own, so that to me that's all the better.
Olive spread, but it's tapenade.
Olive spread.
Yeah, with a whole lot of olive oil.
One year I did a muffaletta. I made the bread.
Wow.
We got the cold cut. It was this big. Had the sesame seeds on the top, like you ought to. Got green olives. Got black olives. Got pepperoncini. Giardina. Ground that all together.
Or Jardiniere, as some people.
Jardiniere. And then added a little extra vinegar to it and got that all ground up for the spread, and then just layered and layered and layered and layered and layered. And
you did that on our show that we did we did a Fat Tuesday show.
We did
with Brew Guru last year, and you had the muffaletta on.
And I ate that muffaletta there. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, Marty, straight up muffaletta sandwich is just that's a glorious thing.
It's so good.
Yep.
So
the very first one I ever had in my life was we were in New Orleans, and I think it's called Half Moon. I don't know if it's still there. There was the Half Moon Brewery in New Orleans. That's where I had my first muffaletta, and I've never
had it at Half Moon. You had it right there.
Yeah.
The first one that I had was at Napoleon House in New Orleans, and that's why I came home, made the bread, and for me, it's layering ham, salami, mortadella, provolone, and mozzarella.
Jeez.
With that spread, that's people who are out there who have not. Okay, even if you don't like olives, don't fear the olive spread. The olive spread adds this tang.
Wasn't that a song from Blue Oyster Cult? Don't fear
the olive spread. Yeah, and you need more cowbell in it. It's even with that olive spread. If you don't like olives, it doesn't matter. It just really everything just melts together and just is beautiful, wonderful, incredible mess.
An awesome mess.
So good. An awesome mess. That's what I love.
It's awesome.
All right, Samurai, you're up.
I will have one honorable mention. That is the mortadella. I bring up the mortadella only in honor of Anthony Bourdain. Sure. Anthony Bourdain's favorite sandwich, and I make it all the time, and I do love it. And what he does is he pan fries the mortadella. Mortadella is it's bologna with some extra fat, some pistachio in it. And he fries that up with good sharp provolone, and that goes on a roll. and there's mayonnaise, and there's Dijon mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Remember back in the day we had Dijonnaise?
Dijonnaise. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
We did that on an Annotation show.
Yes, because we had it as a chaser.
Yeah, I was the chaser.
So I do love the Anthony Bourdain sandwich. I really do. I make it every now and then. And if you make it, you start off with like the mortadella. Maybe you're frying it in halves. It depends on how big your pan is. Sure. Then you put that, but then you fold it over into quarters, and you leave half the pan empty, and then you actually put the bread down in that. The roll.
You toast the bread in the roll.
And you toast the bread in that fat. And then you put that all together. This is not a diet sandwich. It is a...
What are these?
Yeah, it's not a diet sandwich. It's you're going to die soon sandwich if you eat too many of these. But that's my own invention. It's mortadella. My number 3 is Bresaola. Bresaola is not something everyone's familiar with, but if you're familiar with prosciutto, prosciutto is a cured Italian ham, and it's the shank of the pig. Sure. Bresaola is pretty much the same thing, but it's beef. Mm-hmm. So it is a cured beef, and I absolutely love it. My number 2.
By the way, I'll tell you when I get there. Go ahead.
My number 2 is liverwurst.
Ooh.
I adore liverwurst. And my favorite way to do liverwurst, I know everyone's like liverwurst and onions. I'm not a big fan of raw onions. What I like to do is I like to toast an English muffin, get it nice and crispy. Get some good German mustard. Mm-hmm. Get that on there, and thick cut 3 pieces of liverwurst. And the creaminess of that liverwurst, the crispness of that English muffin, and then just that little bite from the mustard, to me, that's perfection. That is such a great sandwich right there.
That sounds so good. I actually thought about liverwurst, but I didn't add it. But I would tweak that just a little bit. I would have to put cream cheese on one of the sides of.
Really?
Yeah.
I may have to try that. That sounds interesting. With cream cheese, with the mustard or without the mustard?
Gotta have the mustard.
You have to have the mustard.
Cream cheese on one side, mustard on the other.
Correct.
Here's the thing. Any German cold cut, you better freaking put mustard on it, because you're not doing it right if you're not doing
the way it is.
But for my number 1, I'm going back to Germany, to Italy. Italian cold. No offense to the Germans. I love the cold cuts that come out of Germany. But to me, the Italians edge them out just briefly. And number 1 is prosciutto for me. And it's not just any prosciutto. It's prosciutto di San Daniele. So here everyone knows prosciutto Parma. Not Parma. Prosciutto. What's
prosciutto di Parma?
Prosciutto Parma. So that's from the Parma region. That is what we've been trained to know as prosciutto here. I was in San Daniele. San Daniele is north and east of the Parma region. And I went to actually a prosciutteria, and I had the prosciutto there. San Daniele is a little more delicate, but still managed to be a little more flavorful. Mm-hmm. And I love the San Daniele.
Fantastic.
Oh God, it's so good. But I work with a bunch of Italians.
Those of you that enjoy the Parma,
prosciutto di Parma,
delicious. Yeah. San Daniele is even more delicate. It's even tastier.
Yeah, and I work with a lot of Italians. When I mean Italians from Italy, and they're like, yes, San Daniele, very good. Prosciutto di Toscana. And I've not had it. That's what they recommend to try.
I haven't had Toscana.
I work right above Italy, and I need to go down and get some of the prosciutto to Toscana to see what they're talking about.
Has it there? All right, we're gonna have to.
They do has there, yes.
They do has there.
They has there.
They has there.
But so I may grab something, but I would rather go to Tuscany and have it there. But So
might be a little cheaper for you to walk downstairs and get it rather than to fly to Tuscany and have it.
You don't know the prices at Italy.
Fair enough.
I don't know about that. I think
is Mario still involved in Italy, or is he out?
I don't know. There's still that rooftop there, but I don't think they brew up there anymore.
No, Mario Vitale was.
I know, but he was involved in the brew pub.
Well, he was involved in Italy, which made him involved in the brew pub.
I think it was the other way around.
Was it?
I think it was the other way around. I don't think he's involved as much anymore. Well, Mario also had a little issue that came out of one of his restaurants out of Babbo. And he's kind of disappeared.
Babbo or Babbo? Babbo.
Bobo.
No, Bobo is from Chimay.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm not sure how involved he is there anymore, but
I got you.
I still usually get my coffee from there in the morning.
Fair enough. All right, mine. I will. I'll save my chat about some Italian cured meats for my number one, because I'll get to that with that. But excuse me, I have an honorable mention, and my honorable mention is going to make some people say, "What the hell are you talking about?"
You're going with head cheese.
No. No, I can't stand head cheese. And yes, I have had it, and I can't stand it. But those of you that don't know, I grew up in cold cuts. Okay, I didn't grow up in beer. I grew up in cold cuts. Okay,
and what he means by that is his father was a cold cut purveyor.
Yes. And Thuman's was the cold cut of choice. He had several routes on the road, but so I grew up from a very young age. I was an aficionado of the cold cut. So on that point, my honorable mention, my one honorable mention, is actually olive loaf.
Ooh.
I love olive loaf.
Now, not for nothing, I'm not a huge fan of olive loaf, but what Marty said earlier, olive loaf with cream cheese.
You know what?
That might work.
It might. I'll have to try one.
For me.
I
have to try that. You've opened my eyes, Marty. That cream cheese may need to make its way into some of my sandwiches now, other than just as a schmear.
I would have never thought of it, but Dave, you're not wrong. I would have.
Yeah. I need to experiment.
Yeah. So, but what I did was I'm gonna say a sandwich. Each of these cold cuts, I'm gonna say a sandwich that my main go-to sandwich.
So where you grew up at sandwich.
Sandwich. It's a sandwich. I gotta talk about my sandwich, all right? All right, I'm gonna talk about my sandwich. Anyway, so olive loaf. I enjoy olive loaf on a round roll with Swiss cheese and mustard. Easy peasy. Nothing else. Olive loaf, Swiss cheese, mustard.
Count me in.
Done.
Okay.
Love it. I'm a big olive fan. I'm a big bologna fan. I'm a big veal loaf fan. So depending on,
you're full of bologna.
I am. But depending on the
literally and
you get, some of them are, lean more towards bologna. Some of them lean more towards veal loaf. But either way, I love that combination. But round rolls, Swiss cheese, mustard with olive loaf, fantastic sandwich. That's my honorable mention. My number three, Dave hit it for his number two, and I had it this afternoon for lunch. And that is liverwurst. Yes, and I'm a huge fan of liverwurst. I love, I can't believe you didn't say it, Dave. Anytime I go to McSorley's on 7th Avenue in the East Village, I will get 2 light and 2 dark. I will get the plate of cheese, onions, and crackers.
Just 2 light, 2 dark?
To start. I'll need to wash it down later with more.
They're only at 10 ounces. I do 4 right off the get.
No, I'll get to it. Before the sandwich comes out, I'll order another. I'll finish them. But they're small. Yeah.
Marty, have you ever been to McSorley's?
One time, many years ago.
They're 10-ounce glasses, so
they've got a huge. And the thing is, like the first 4 glasses go down in like 15 seconds. They've got a huge anniversary. Has it passed or coming up?
It's coming up, I believe.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
It's what, 200-year anniversary?
It might be.
It might be their 200-year anniversary.
It might be.
I will be nowhere near that place.
I'll go before or after, not during.
The place is insane on a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to go there and be able to hear yourself think, you need
There's
to go.
200-year-old dust in that place. Okay.
Yes. But the one thing I love about McSorley is, as old as it is, the younger crowd of Manhattan has found it.
Yeah.
For better or worse, they're keeping it alive, and I love that.
And that's fine. If they didn't find it, it might not. So kudos.
But a Friday or Saturday night, I will never go.
Okay. Last time I went there on a Monday afternoon. Let's put it that way.
That's when you need to go. Yeah, that's when you go.
So, but liverwurst and and a liverwurst sandwich at McSorley's anyway. But
with or without onions?
With
McSorley serves
not like onions. And and I'll get the plate of cheese and onions and crackers, and I will put more cheese and onions on the sandwich. So, my best liverwurst sandwich is rye bread, again with Swiss cheese, onions, and mustard, and stone ground mustard too. So
think about the whole liverwurst. The first time my youngest son came out fishing in the ocean. This was with Jim. No,
I thought you meant your youngest son came out, like he was a baby, just came out.
Yeah, he just came out and I gave him liverwurst right off the bat. No, we took him out ocean. He's a big fisherman, but freshwater. We took him out ocean fishing with Jim Lopresti. You know Jim, John.
I know Jim.
And
the three of us polished off a bottle of grappa very nicely one night.
Very quickly too. Oh, love it. Every time that Jim and I get together, the grappa flows. But it was his first time out in the ocean, so my son got very, very seasick, and he's laying down in the cabin. But everybody else on the boat, this one guy had brought brought these sandwiches from a deli, and they were these kind of fancy sandwiches. They're really nice sandwiches. And this other guy goes, I don't have anything fancy, but I brought a sack of liverwurst on rye with brown mustard. I felt so sorry for the guy who went to the deli for the fancy sandwiches, because everybody on that boat grabbed
eating liverwurst.
And now you've got bait all over your fingers, but liverwurst is overpowering it. But of course, being a dad, my seasick son is sitting there, and I'm waving a liverwurst sandwich in front of his face. Like, you hungry? And he's like, get away from me. Because that's what we do to our children. Well, we don't do that to our daughters, but to our boys, you torture the hell out of them. Mm-hmm. So liverwurst.
Liverwurst, yeah, it's fantastic. Like I said, rye bread, Swiss cheese, onions, mustard. The more onions, the better. The more mustard, the better.
I never put cheese on liverwurst. Never.
Swiss
never
cheese.
Done.
Swiss cheese.
But I will try the
cream cheese. It's got to be Swiss. Liverwurst, the only thing I put on liverwurst is Swiss cheese. That's it. I've tried other cheeses. The only thing that complements the liverwurst for me is Swiss cheese. That's it.
I gotta try the cream cheese though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I absolutely am gonna try that. I'll try that. I'll do that. I'll take a piece of rye bread. I'll put cream cheese on one side, mustard on the other, and liverwurst and onions in the middle.
I'm gonna try it with my English muffin.
Try with your English muffin. My number 2, smoked turkey.
Really?
Not turkey.
Wait a second.
Don't get me wrong. Let me.
Wait a second. The smoked turkey. Do you roll it or put it in the pipe?
A pipe.
Okay.
Pipe. I smoked turkey, right? Anyway, whatchamacallit? Never mind. I was gonna go. It was a Yakov Smirnoff joke. I was gonna regress to, but anyway,
yes. The pipe is
there's not very many cold cuts I don't like. I should have said that earlier, but for my number 2, smoked turkey, but on a long roll with smoked Gouda, some more smoke. Okay, lettuce, onions, a very little bit of mayo.
Just lost me.
And banana peppers.
Well, to that point, I like smoked turkey with pepper jack.
Not too different, you know.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
So smoked turkey on a long roll with smoked Gouda. It's big. Have the combo. Have it. Smoked turkey and smoked Gouda. Lettuce, onions, mayo, and banana peppers. That's for me. And my number one, I love prosciutto. I love capicola.
But
I'm getting there. I love speck, which is smoked prosciutto.
The thing about spec is we get very little good spec in this country.
We do. We don't get a lot of good spec in this country. But with that being said, there's not an Italian cold cut that I do not love. But my favorite, and it's my number one, is mortadella. All right? Little different. Now, I've had the Anthony Bourdain sandwich, and it's fantastic. It is fantastic. But my mortadella sandwich, and this is my personal Jersey Johnny's signature sandwich, all right, on a semolina roll, okay, with soppressata, okay, and it depends. I've had both. I've had hot or sweet. I've had hot and sweet. I tend to go hot more than sweet, but I've had both.
I think the hot would overpower the mortadella, but
depends on the soppressata that's available.
And the ratios.
Ratios, right? So hot or sweet. Smoked mozzarella.
I see a theme here.
Yeah, it's smoked, right? Yeah, shocker, right? But I've had it with fresh mozzarella, and it's fantastic. But smoked mozzarella adds another level of complexity to it. Just mixes with the flavors, and sautéed red roasted peppers. No other dressing needed for the sandwich.
No other accoutrement.
No other accoutrement. We're going to French with Italian. That's weird. Mortadella, soppressata, smoked mozzarella, and sautéed red roasted peppers. There you go. That's the Jersey Johnny signature Italian sandwich. There you go. So those are mine. There you go.
But no head cheese.
No head cheese. I'm good with head cheese. But at a very young age, I tried head cheese, and I don't care that it was at a very young age that I tried it and thought it was disgusting. I will never have it again.
I've never had it. I am interested in trying it one of these days. You ever have it, Marty?
I have tried it, and I don't care to again.
Nope.
Once and done.
You ever have Lebanon bologna?
Oh, what?
Lebanon bologna?
Never heard of it.
It's basically salami that tastes like bologna, or bologna that tastes like salami. It's different.
Yeah,
it's basically salami.
It's salami.
It's salami. I do have a small piece of it because I was just out in Amish country last week. I do have a piece of it downstairs. I haven't opened it yet. But it's different. I tried all of these cold cuts, like I said, at a very early age. I grew up in the biz, but yeah. So there you go. Those are mine. Oh, now I'm hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah, same here.
A cream cheese.
I may have to make another sandwich.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to. So there you go. We got a comment here, and it is.
Oh, I might know this guy.
You might know this.
Marty may know this guy.
There you go. So Raj A. Beer mentions Raj A. How are you, sir? Cheers, guys, and great job, Marty, with the Hall of Fame presentation of the new class. And he said, "Hey, Vanessa," as well.
I'd be interested to know what Rod's favorite cold cuts are.
Yeah, Rod, what are your top 3 favorite cold cuts? Let us know what your top 3 favorite cold cuts are. Yeah, and Brian also said his second bourbon was Pinhook Straight Bourbon Whiskey Vertical.
He's drinking bourbon on International Irish Whiskey Day.
Exactly, and on a beer podcast.
So many layers of fail here, Brian.
Anyway, yeah. So Rod, let us know what your top 3 favorite cold cuts are. Marty, so we have the landmark beers coming up in August. We're making a push to the different guilds in each of the states.
Right.
For some of them do have now. Have you found out? Is there a list of the states that already have a Hall of Fame for their states?
You mentioned some of them, right? You said Virginia was one.
Yeah, Virginia, I believe, has it, and I think both Washington and Oregon do. I know for a fact that Oregon does. Yeah. Not quite sure about Washington.
Okay.
If there is a list, I'm not aware of it. I don't know.
Okay.
Have I been drinking a lot, or is Marty out of focus?
Yeah, it's
Marty's out.
Okay.
Oh, now he's back in.
Okay. I really thought, oh my God, I need to stop drinking, Marty. My vision's blurred.
Brian just said, next show I will drink beer.
You better.
We're doing a cocktail show on Thursday, Brian.
So come to the cocktail show and drink beer. That'd be funny.
So, we'll talk for a minute afterwards, but that's a fantastic idea. I would love
I love that.
Get in touch with. Obviously, every state has a guild to some extent, right? So
some more active than others.
Some more active than others, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So we'll get to
there was one time that New Jersey had 2.
Really?
They combined, yeah. There was a few breweries broke apart, and because they didn't like the one direction the guild was going in, and then they built up, and they were basically equal in size. And what happened is there were a lot of breweries that joined both, and then finally they all just said, "Hey, wait a minute, why are we in both? Why are we in 2 guilds?" So they combined the 2, and then it was back to 1. And here we go.
You missed that whole phase where they got a little combative.
I just overlooked it. That's all I did.
Okay.
Raj's top 3 favorite are Capicola, prosciutto, and German bologna. There you go.
German bologna.
Respect that. And you spelled gabagool wrong.
No, it's not gabagool. It's
gabagool.
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 Gabagool. You got the L in there. Gabagool.
Oh, I love
Gabagool, prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
There you go. We're Jersey, so that's Capicola, prosciutto, and German bologna. There you go. I love those. I love those as well. I love those. There's not a lot. Like I said, probably head cheese, blood tongue loaf, any tongue.
I don't know. I love lingua tacos. Have you ever had a lingua taco?
I have not. I've had tongue, but it wasn't in a sandwich.
Beef tongue in a taco is actually quite delicious.
There you go.
I'm not going to eat anything that can taste me back.
Exactly. Like they said, facts, but it was for non-New Jersey folks.
I was saying, because Rod grew up here.
Rod was born and raised in New Jersey.
Yeah, he knows the gabagool.
he knows the gabagool. There you go. So, but in any event, I forgot to put up the LOL before that. So
for something, the gabagool thing.
For that, yeah, he just answered it afterwards. But yeah, so there's a lot of good meats out there, but there's a lot of good beer out there too, and we try to enjoy as much of it as we possibly can and explore it, and that's the whole point, right? There's a lot of good beer out there that's new. Believe me, there's a lot of good beer out there that's new. There's a lot of good beer out there that's landmark too, like we talk about, and legacy, and we can't forget that. And that's the important part, and that's what we try to talk about on the show with the hall and everything else. It's don't forget where we came from, because that beer is still fantastic.
Amen.
Yep.
So there you go. And it's hard to impress that upon a 22-year-old drinker, right? Because when we were drinking that beer where we came from, they weren't even born yet, right? But try it. You might like it.
And as older drinkers, we learned our lesson with Anchor.
Right.
We took it for granted. We stopped buying it. And I'm sorry, we sank that brewery.
Do we know what's going on with Chobani? With the Chobani guy? Do we know? I mean, he did buy it, right? He didn't buy it just for a write-off. So where is it? What's going on with it?
I need to reach out to Kevy and see if he's heard anything else.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Rod wants to know, Marty, are you going to CBC in Philly?
I am not. I didn't get the invitation to judge, so outside of judging the World Beer Cup, there's really no reason for me to be there.
David, I'll be there.
We will. And Rod has talked about going.
Rod has talked about going. Rod hasn't. I think it's not a firm. I think he was like 80% not going, 20% going when we. We just talked about that. So
we did talk about the Tilray.
We talked about Tilray.
You didn't rewind, Rod.
Rewind. We talked about it 40 minutes ago. We talked about it.
Yeah. It's those 2 lunatics just lost control of everything, and someone needs to step in to take over what the children failed at.
Exactly.
Not judging them, kind of judging them.
No,
just a bit. The thing is, you have to love those guys. You have to love the spirit, the energy they came in with. Mm-hmm. You had to love that they came in at the right time in the craft beer world, where you could be completely out of control, out of your minds, and everyone would love you for it. Mm-hmm. Now is the time for restraint. Mm-hmm. They don't know restraint. And I love them for that. I really do.
And it's not what you're saying though is you're saying that they don't know restraint. It's not as if they don't know restraint. They're still out of their minds. They don't restrain. They know they have to be restrained, but they don't know restraint. So it's hard for them. So that's why I think this is probably part and parcel to why this is happening.
Yeah. So hopefully craft beer will get to the point again where Sam Adams can get conceptual, where you can get a couple of lunatics from Scotland
there you go.
to just challenge the world with everything, where there's enough interest and drinkership.
Mm-hmm.
I just coin another word, drinkership out there that that allows this kind of behavior.
Writing it down.
This almost business disacumen, where it doesn't, the whole business side of it doesn't really matter as long as we're having fun and we're creating interesting, challenging beer out there. Yep. We can't do that right now. No. And I pray that we'll get back to that point.
I agree.
Where the lunatics can rule the roost again.
I agree. And to your point too with that, when you mentioned Sam Adams, the beers I mentioned about Dogfish Head before, I would love to see Sam Adams bring back Double Bock. I would love to see Sam Adams bring back a lot of beers, but Double Bock was an amazing.
I want to see Triple Bock back. You kidding me?
Triple Bock they'll never do again.
I would love to see those cobalt blue bottles come back.
100%.
I still have 2 of them.
Do you?
Do you? Okay. What are flights to Chicago? We'll bring a care package with us, and we'll
just bring it. We'll be the mail carrier.
It's got to be beer and cider donuts.
Beer and cider donuts.
Definitely have to get Marty the cider donuts
and liver and onion sandwich.
Yeah.
He's in Chicago. He can handle that himself.
He can handle. Well, we'll bring him a Jersey one there. But yeah. All right. On that note, do you any other immediate things for you, book wise, or anything you're doing personally away from the hall?
Not at the moment. After having gotten the last one published, I'm just kind of, putting out feelers, getting the ideas of where I might go next. I still want to continue writing books. I just don't know what direction I'm going in.
Talk about this book right here, the one.
Hey, I recognize
mine's over there. I don't
recognize that guy. There you go.
I do recognize it. This cord's not long enough to make me over to where the book is. There. It's right next. You'll be proud of this, Marty. My copy of the book is resting right now up against my copy of vinyl of Let It Be.
Ooh.
There you go.
That's where it's at. I can see.
Ironically, they're touching.
They're touching what yes, they are.
Ironically, mine's on top of Revolver. That's just
no, it's not. That's where
no. A Revolver. No.
Oh. I know Jess beats the hell out of you every now and then, but you really couldn't resort to that.
No, it's a little wheel. I call it a revolver. It just goes around.
Oh,
anyway.
I call that a turntable.
Turntable. Oh, yeah, that's my point.
There you go.
Rod actually just commented back. He said, brewery valued at $2 billion at one point and bought now for not
$2 billion for one pint of beer. Holy hell.
That's an expensive pint. Holy cow. How what was the ABV on that brew dog beer? Yeah.
325% alcohol.
Exactly. And bought now for $33 million. Still to revive them or just delay the inevitable. You know what? Here's the thing. Obviously, Rod, Brewdog owned Tilray owned 22% of Brewdog, which they purchased for like over $1 billion several years ago. So, 33 million more for the rest of the company. Not too shabby. I think there's Tilray isn't buying anything for a write-off. So they bought it to rebrand it, not rebrand it, but revive it and bring it about again. That's my point anyway. And he said also beer just being done with beer poop. Yeah, there's still some crazy folks out there doing crazy things.
There are, but they're sinking their own boat by getting a little too crazy. Like I said, right now in the craft beer world, it's a time for restraint. It's the time to run your business.
Yeah.
Look at your market trends. Brew what's going to keep you alive. Weather this storm.
Yeah.
And because eventually Gen Z will leave their rooms. Eventually.
It's not even Gen Z anymore. It's Gen Alpha.
Well, no,
Gen Alpha's drinking, right?
But Gen Z's of drinking age. Gen Alpha's not, and Gen Z.
The older Gen Alphas are actually of drinking age.
Are they getting there? But Rajay corrected his spelling, and it's bear poop. There's one with bear.
Oh no!
Poop.
Well, we were talking about beer poop before. You had the Lee's, and I had the bottle of 2000.
Yeah, no, he's talking about actual true. And actually, I've heard of this beer where they're taking actual bear shit.
Right. Beer just being done with bear poop. Yes.
It's bear poop. He's right, because what there is, you've got the berries and all that thing in there, and I did read about that, so that's what he's talking about. But no, so
what was the monkey?
The civet.
Civet. It's the same thing.
The coffee.
Cappy Lupac.
Kopi Luwak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you ever saw the movie Bucket List,
yep,
they talk about that in that. And seriously, Bucket List is one of those movies. It's an underrated movie. Watch that movie, and at the end of it, if you're not in tears, you're not human. You're a robot.
Who was that? That was
Jack Nicholson
and Morgan Freeman.
And Morgan Freeman. Yeah. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. Rod also said Gen Z is smoking though, and also drinking alternatives. Yeah, you're not wrong. Gen Z, if they're drinking at all, they're smoking, eating edibles, and playing video games. That's all they're doing. It's their social activity.
But also THC.
I beg to differ with you. Some of them are. The bulk of the
when THC, they are drinking something, they are.
The bulk of the THC,
is in edibles. You're right.
No, it's edibles, and they're drinking RTDs. Gen Z's drinking RTDs. The bulk, and some of them may be drinking THC drinks, but the bulk of the THC drinkers are soccer moms.
And James.
Then James, right? Soccer moms and older stoners that are in their 70s. And don't really want to go into dispensaries. They'll drink THC drinks. But literally, I'm not even kidding you. The bulk of the THC beverage drinkers are soccer moms.
Well, you see them.
Yeah, ridiculous. It's
hilarious.
It is. But you're not wrong though, Rod. Gen Z. That's the problem, right? Any drinking, beer, spirits, wine, anything. It's all social, right? And you're not, if you're sitting home drinking a fifth of vodka by yourself, you have a problem. It's not, you're not a drinker.
Hey, don't judge me.
In one shot. I don't mean over a course of a week or two. I'm just saying. But you're making a couple cocktails at home. That's fine. I do it too. We do it all the time. But for the most part, drinking.
We created a podcast about it.
Right. For the most part, drinking is social. And Gen Z and the older Gen Alphas are just not drinking. They're smoking. They're taking edibles. They're not even social. They're sitting home, doom scrolling on TikTok and playing video games. That's all they're doing.
There's a massive irony here.
Mm-hmm.
The massive irony is if you go into a brewery, mm-hmm. and I'm going to put this out as a blanket statement, and you can argue with me if I'm wrong or not, but most of your brewers out there tend to be stoners. There's a lot of pass around in a brewery. Tinctures come into it sometimes.
Sure.
And so when the legality, in a lot of these places where marijuana was then legalized, they were all cheering it, not realizing this is your death knell.
Okay. Because we're all the older boomers. I'm sorry, all the younger boomers, Gen X, and millennials, and on from there are still drinking. But the older boomers and on from there, they're not as much as they were, or very few of them are. So we're losing some of them, and the younger Gen Zers and Alphas and so forth are not filling the gap. That's the problem we're having.
Yep, there is always that backfill.
Right. So. But
how do we get here?
Rod, I blame Rod.
Oh, Rod. I blame Rod too. I blame Rod for everything.
and he said, the Gen Zs that I was with
definitely drinking
are definitely drinking. LOL. To think I rubbed off on them. There you go. Okay. Well, we appreciate that.
Hopefully, there's no video of you rubbing off on them, Rod. Because...
Something I was trying to get past that without Dave going there, and I knew damn well that's where he was going. But
I'm sorry, I actually poured myself of some of this, and all my filters.
There you go. That's what we're usually got anyway.
That's true.
Anyway,
I don't want to start the show with no filters.
Exactly. Anyway, all right, Marty. So you have nothing in the works, so to speak. You were saying, back to what you were saying there,
for your writing or your
writing or judging or anything like that.
Nope,
work
not at the moment.
He said, can't type today. Nothing in the filter. All right. We're going to talk, but this book is fantastic, and I hope you do.
I love it.
I hope you do do a part two, if you will.
I'm definitely.
Did you read Rod's comment?
Yeah, and then Rod continues saying, "All cell phones are checked at the door."
That's a good policy.
Anyway, you were saying. I'm sorry, Marty. You were saying.
I don't have anything definitive in the works right now. I'm open to anything, including a part 2.
There you go. Beautiful.
There's a lot more stories out there, and it's funny because I guarantee you every contributor to that book has another story.
100%.
You could easily do a part 2, a follow-up on that first book. And if people don't know what we're talking about, Marty's book, there was discussions through the years of we were talking about the social nature of drinking, the social of being at breweries. And when you go to breweries, you will always make that best friend for a half an hour or an hour, however long you're there. But sometimes these people come even longer friends for you, right? But there's always something where you've gone to a brewery, you've gone to a craft beer bar, and there's nights where you walk away and you wake up the next morning and go, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
What happened last night, the people I talked to, the discussion we had, or sometimes like, how am I not in jail?
And the stories that stick with you are the stories that need to be told and shared.
So when Marty wrote this book on that particular concept, he reached out to a lot of people he knows, and we all contributed. And there's no way that all the people that contributed to that book only have one story, Marty. I guarantee you.
There were several contributors who did submit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had one guy submit like 20 stories. I didn't use them all, but I used quite a few. But
was that Starodumsky? Because we know he's got them.
No, I expected more from him, but that's part 2.
Yeah, he's saving them for part 2.
Part 2 is just Starodumsky.
But I'm also I'm guessing that there are people who are going to come across this book at some point in time, and they're going to look through it and they're going to see all these other people's stories and say, oh shit, I have a story I should have submitted, or all these people who didn't know about this project or did know about it and didn't submit. Or I'm expecting that there's going to be a little bit of momentum at some point in time, and I'll be hearing from people, and I'll pick it up again and do a part 2.
And
I hope.
For those of you who have contributed, if Marty decides to do this, there'll be call-outs. There'll be signs. You'll know.
You'll know.
And I would definitely look forward to that part too.
As would I, definitely. All right. Marty, stick around. We will we'll chat for a couple of seconds after the show's signed off. But on that note, though, we definitely thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, love it every time you're on the show.
Yeah. I enjoy being here, guys. This is a riot. Thank you.
And congratulations on the 2026
inductees.
Of inductees. It was fantastic the other day, folks. We're going to post up the video, a couple other posts from the American Craft Beer Hall of Fame. We'll put them on a couple of the pages too, group pages, and we'll put up the link for any donations that you may want to contribute to, because it's definitely a worthwhile cause. And
yeah, please help keep this going.
This is definitely something that needs to continue. And
it is a 501c3 corporation, so any donations are tax deductible.
Absolutely. So there you go.
Very, very timely information there, Marty.
Very, very timely. Get them in.
Actually, no, because it goes towards your 2026 taxes. It doesn't.
That's true. Yeah, this year's next year.
It's not that timely, actually.
Anyway, think of it. But in that note, stick around, Marty. We'll talk again. We'll talk afterwards for a couple of seconds. On that note, we will wrap up the show for today. We want to thank everybody for watching, and for those of you who are listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.logroom.com. That's LEGEROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Log Room. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find an audio podcast, you will find the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Marty, once again, thank you so much for coming on. We look forward to the next time you come on, which will probably be somewhere around August. If not before.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
And we will talk to everybody soon. We'll talk to you next week, folks. Take care. And next week, Founders on the show next week. So it's going to be
really.
Yeah.
I should get some of their beer, shouldn't I?
I want to do that. Yeah.
I may get a centennial for that show.
That's why I brought it up. He's holding the can up. There you go.
I may actually have one in the fridge. I may.
Good night, Rod. Thank you for.
Good night, Rod.
Good night, Rod.
Sláinte, Rod.
He did post up. I didn't have time to get one to Marty when he asked, but I will be ready next time. There you go. So Rod's.
I'm sure Rod's got some.
Yeah.
He might have. He's going to have some. He should have some that can be published.
Yeah, he'll have a few. A couple anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful weekend, guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sláinte.